Hello there. Hi. How's it going? All right, we're back. So, I have some stories for you yesterday. Now, listen, when I put my mind to something, I do it and then immediately burn out. But I still do it. That is the important thing. So, we do it and then we immediately burn out because yesterday I was way too social and now I don't want to be social for a while. This is exactly what happened every time. I'm like, I should go outside more. I should spend time with people. And then I go outside and spend time with people. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not so sure about this outside thing. It happens like this literally every time. Okay, let's go. Let's go. All right, I gotta do some bear keys today. Mostly actual bear keys. We'll see. Yo, what's up, Zen? You did hit first today. Congratulations. Hey, allow it. Good morning. Good morning to you as well. I hope you're enjoying your pistachio ice cream and 18 Ecodome. I'm probably not getting into that. We can look for some. Honestly, I don't really mind just doing like 15s and stuff too. I just need to fill up my vaults and make sure I get some crests. Good morning, Blood Bottler. It's 6:30 in the morning right now and you haven't slept. May I recommend just the tiniest bit of sleep? Because sleep's important. Look, listen, this is what happened yesterday. So you know how I don't really go outside, right? Like, you know how I'm just not really an outside person? I'm an inside person. You know what I'm talking about? But yesterday, I went out. This is what happened, right? The first thing went well, but the second thing did not go well. And this is like, sometimes people, it's like, why did I choose to go out? 18 holes of a time. I went 17 holes. 17 Ecodome? Hold up. Maybe they'll take me to this. 17 Ecodomes and easy. I wouldn't mind looking for some IO. If I can't find it, that's cool. I just do some. I need to farm up a whole bunch of crests still. I don't want to be too behind, especially on the druid. So we'll just finish this up basically, and then we'll go for whatever. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So if I can't find a 17 or whatever, I have a 16 or whatever. Just sat here baffled that. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That's cool. I mean, like, if you work hard at it, fair enough. I've never watched Kai stream, to be honest, but it's all good. Just 3.3k stack with pug. Yeah. So I pug everything, which is basically, like, I don't think these keys are hard. Like, there's a few, I think 17 Priory is hard. But, like, 17 Flood is super easy. 17 Ecodome is pretty easy. 17 Dawn's not that bad. It's just hard to find the keys. Like, if I got to try those keys today, we would win. But I don't get to try those keys. That's the problem, right? So, like, if he invited me to this, we'd probably win. I know for a fact that I can tank it, and I have a good route, but I just don't get in. I don't get the chance to do it. That's okay. I'm not that plussed about it. You need friends? Yeah, but I'm not that plussed about it. If I'll get it eventually. Turbo Boost is coming out, etc. Nah, it's fine. It's no problem, really. The thing is, I used to be a lot more competitive in WoW when I was younger, but now that I'm older and attempting to be wiser, I realize that title is an elusive form of happiness, and that true contentment comes from the journey instead of the result. I kind of mean that too. I'm not even joking. That was like half a joke, but also I kind of mean it. It's true. You don't really need title. You don't need high IO. You just need high enough IO you can do some keys at least. Like, if I want to go do a 15 right now, I'll get taken. But, these keys, not so much. Oh, good. All right, so I went outside yesterday. This is what happened. I went outside. The very first thing we did, amazing. Super cool. I got to do proper VR. We went to an actual VR cafe, and they had the entire arena. And I mean the entire arena. You know what I'm talking? Like, I'm not talking a little bit. I'm not talking a little one. This is a big arena. Big arena to run around, sprint, etc. We played Space Marines. Hi. Yeah, I got to play Space Marines and basically be like Henry Cavill and go like pew 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 pew. There's a video. The video did not capture the hype, so I don't really want to share the video. But it's pretty cool. So that was the first thing of yesterday. That was fun. But the second thing was also fun, actually. But the third thing, I just kept socializing. I was just like, well, I'm already out. I might as well go say hi to these friends. So I went over to say hi to some other friends, and then somebody hit me, and I was like, bro, what? I was just chilling, man. I was just chilling, and somebody could not control their emotions and temper, and they were just like, wha bam. And I was like, bro, So I left. And I was just like, man, I hate when people burn bridges. Like, you know what I mean? I don't like it when people burn bridges. You just like, the world is full of people, but you might as well be kind to them. Might as well be nice. No need to be rude. Just because somebody has a problem doesn't mean that you have to, like, vocalize or even physically vocalize the problem. You know what I mean? It's normally your problem. So that happened. That was unfortunate. And I will not be going back to see that friend group, obviously, forever. If not for a long time. Good morning, Anomaly. How's it going? How's it going? On the other side of things, one of the people that I hung out with yesterday is a Giga PT, and they're super cool. And they were like, your shoulder, have you been doing serratus anterior work? And I was like, no, I've been lazy. And they were like, you should do something. And I was like, yeah, damn. I was like, okay, fine. So now I have to do serratus anterior work. You know what that is? Serratus anterior work is like this. It's this shark fin muscle. It's right here. And throughout stream today even, I might just do some serratus scoops like this. Like just a little bit. Because it would really help my shoulder to do that better. But I've been lazy, and I just haven't been taking care of myself. And he was right. What's up, Kaz? Kaz, have you ever played VR before? You ever played VR? Like proper VR? Anomaly, have you ever played VR? I don't know. You wouldn't have a problem playing VR, I think, Anomaly, with heart condition. It wouldn't, unless you have like nausea or something. But have you ever played like VR before, like a proper VR headset? My uncle works in it. Ooh, really? Like properly? What does he do for VR? Saw Mr. Rainbow? Yeah, I did it. I killed the first boss on Mythic by Group 8. Hey, congratulations. Hey, congratulations, man. I've done a few games. It's very fun. I like it a lot. Yesterday, I went to a public VR place. They had an entire arena. Like an entire arena. You could sprint. The tracking was good. Technology was there. I'm talking like a VR place. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I went to like an arena and we got to play Space Marines, like the Warhammer universe. And it was kind of awesome. My shoulder hurt a little bit because I was taking it way too seriously. Much like I always do. Once again, I was like into it because I was like sprinting. I was like holding this. Felt like I was in the big armor, you know? I was crazy. Hey, Lou, thank you for the resub, dude. Much appreciated. Lou, I have a thing, so I want to add this command. I want to do an in real life stream soon, right? Our healing serve from you to rat keys in 15 range. My Resto Shaman will be doing them, TH. Sure. Resto Shaman soon. First, I just got to fill up a vault and just farm out some crests on the druid. I just want to make sure this is full and done. Yo, Lou, thank you. Lou, here's what I decided. So I want to do an in real life stream in Thailand again. But this time, people asked last time, they're like, can you buy food? Like, can you eat? And I was like, yeah, but I can't really eat. But people want to see the culinary delights of Thailand, which makes sense because Thailand is awesome and has really good food, right? Like, I think that, I mean, in general, let me ask you a question like this. If you were going to go to another country, what would be one of the things you would want to see the most? Wait, Kaz, you gifting a sub? Hey, Taylor caught a sub. Oh, thank you, Kaz. Much appreciated. What command did I want? Oh, I got to add a command. Yeah. I just want to add a command for IRL stream. Or basically just like, even just IRL. Like IRL stream, I think is the one. And it's just a goal. Oh, thank you. So for example, I'm going to keep track of this. For every sub, when I collect enough, over time, there's no, yeah, it could just be IRL, I think. That's fine. Listen, thank you for the gifted sub. Here's why. When I get enough, because I can't, yeah. So here's the deal. I will keep track whenever this happens. There's no rush. We don't have to hit this goal at any point. But when I get enough, I will take $1 from every sub. I'll put it into a little fund. And then when I have enough, I will just take a friend around Thailand and I'm going to buy them food. And they will eat whatever you want them to eat because they have an iron digestion. They have the digestive system of somebody who isn't me. So they can eat anything. And basically, we'll do an in real live stream. We'll all hang out. y'all will get to meet a friend of mine, and we're basically just gonna like she'll get to eat everything, and that's the plan. I can't eat. I got digestive issues, but she can. So we're just gonna go around Thailand and have a day where we probably go to like a night market or something, and you can just be like, "What is that?" Eat it, and she'll be like, "Okay." Yeah. No, she will. She will. That's what she's gonna do. She was really excited about this. I told her I was gonna do this, and she was like, "Yay!" Oh, Kaz, also thank you for this. Oh, thank you, Kaz. I appreciate it. I see your YouTube comments. The thing is, I really mean like when I start streaming and stuff. When I do stream, the fact that people just want to hang out and come to say hi, and the fact like I've seen you comment on my YouTube videos, I really appreciate that. Yesterday, you know, 'cause I don't know if you caught this earlier. What's up, Raz? So yesterday I went outside and socialized, and I met some good people, and I met some people who disappointed me a little bit, let's say, or who were just maybe not the people I should have been around. But I never feel that way with stream. Every time I stream, I'm just like, hey, my peoples, like, you also are weird and awkward. Oh, fantastic. Because, you know, weird and awkward people don't go outside, really. So when you meet people outside, they're all, like, well-adjusted social people. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Much deserved. Thank you. I appreciate it. But, like, everybody's always, when you meet people outside. There's that song that I'm thinking of now. When you find homies that actually enjoy you, giggle. Yeah, kind of, basically. But I feel like that on stream. Like, that's how I feel on stream. I want to play music quietly today. Quiet music like this. I don't want the music to be too loud. You tell me if you can even hear it. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. But, like, so I learned a long time ago, Kaz, that if you put yourself in a scenario where people don't appreciate you, that's kind of on you. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you put yourself in situations where people do appreciate you, excellent. Then that's also on you. And it's like you can choose your surroundings to a certain degree, at least where you spend your time. Are you going to play a Legion remix? Good question, Jones. I do want that form. I'm not sure. Undecided. Currently undecided on whether or not I will play Legion remix. I haven't decided yet. Normally, I don't. I didn't play Mob Remix, for example, right? But I'm not sure. It's kind of dependent. Maybe not. I'll make that decision in a few weeks when it comes out. Yeah, I might just YOLO it. I might just play it for a little bit. I might test it out. Oh, we'll see. No, I'm undecided at this point. I feel like I have way too many keys to do because I want to play too many alts. And then Turbo Boost is coming out, and you're going to have to farm up all these crests to stay updated. But yeah, thank you for the subs, Kaz. I do appreciate it. I hope you're well. And yes, your tech on the last YouTube video, that is true. I'm not going to lie, as a bear tank on the last boss of Dawnbreaker, you can literally just stand in all of them and eat them, and they do like 5% of your health. I don't know, Jones. I don't know. Yeah, handful of friends that love your... Yeah, I just want the bear form. So the problem with the bear form is just like, man... Like, I get it, but also, do I care enough to play the entire Legion remix just for the bear farm? I got a few of them, you know? We'll try it. What does it do? Root you? It roots you for a second, but mostly what it does is it just does a burst of damage. It doesn't do that much damage, though. As a tank player, as a healer, I don't think it one-taps you, but you could just move. But maybe without a defensive? I'm not sure. As a tank, it doesn't do anything. I can stand at both. Not the new bear form, the old bear form. Old bear form, Raz. Yep, not the new one, the old one. Should do a world quest or something while we're here. Transmog and nice forms are very important DPS survivability. I don't know, I got the Firebird. I like my bear forms. I just want to blast your Legion remix to grab the appearances I want and drop it in a week or less. I'm not a transmog person. I'd love to tell you that I am, but I'm not a transmog person. Oh, this guy's got a lot of health. I'm just not really a transmog person. Hey, what? Bro. Where'd he go? They start with Mob Remix, not older expansion. I think as an RPer... What's up, Ataraxia? First of all, I respect RPers. That's probably the first thing you should know. Utmost respect, right? I would go LARPing with you in a heartbeat. 100%. If you want to go LARPing, I'll do it. All right? Because I have no social shame, and also I like D&D. So 100%, I'm down for the LARPing. I don't personally play the game to RP, but I respect it. Genuinely respect it. Also, we are not finding a DPS for this. This is super weird. Is there any mage or Lusk? I guess they're waiting for a Lusk class, like a hunter even. I'll get you in. Do you want to do a 15 Ecodome? I'm literally just here to farm out some crests and do some keys. I have no other goals whatsoever. Mopad Timeless, I think it's a popularity thing. You got to remember, this is a game, right? You got to understand, this is a game. But it's also a business. And Blizzard has to make money. So although it's like, you know what would be super fun if they did this, if they don't think it's going to make them money, then there's no point in them doing it, right? Like, that's ultimately the truth of it. So they have to pick. They're like, well, what I really want is a classic system like this, but if they don't think it's going to make them money, they won't do it. There's so many people who play WoW, and most of them you don't know about. I think that's important to know. People forget that. I think people assume, they're like, well, everybody who plays WoW does Mythic Plus, at least to a certain extent. It's like, actually, I'm pretty sure the vast majority of WoW players do not do Mythic Plus. Isn't that true? I thought that was a statistic. It was like 70% of people who do who play World of Warcraft or have an active account at max level do not do Mythic Plus. Not even like a +2. I thought that was a statistic. Like, literally almost no one does it, actually. Nostalgic bait works. Can you hear music, and is it too loud? Out of curiosity. Roll. I'm trying to... All right, Ataraxia. Take... Ataraxia. It's from stream. If you want them. They're good for it. You're good for it? Can hear it. It's very quiet. I just want something in the background. All right, there you go, Ataraxia. Cool. Let's do it. All right, let's go. Ecodome time. Ooh, we waited for this key for a long time. 10 minutes to find a Lust DPS for Ecodome. Let's do it real fast. We'll pull it safe. I don't have to pull it. Then it's perfectly ambient. Right. We want it to be perfectly ambient. We want the ambiance. The ambiance. Yesterday I was outside. I was working on my flirting skills. I was all like, girl, you fine like a really narrow cheese grater. My confidence has never been higher. Because, like, you know, like, when you grate cheese, they have, like, the different settings for how to grate cheese. Like, you have a cheese grater, right? You can have, like, the big cheese grate, but you want, like, fine shit. So you got to do, like, the thin. You got to have, like, you know what I'm talking about? You want, like, the really fine shredded cheese, because that's, like, gives it, like, the best bite of the cheese. You want, like, it takes more effort, right? But it's tastier when you do the fine cheese. That's okay. You might not be able to appreciate, but I appreciate it. I like my own jokes. Okay, 15 Ecodome. I'll pull it kind of safe. We don't have to do anything too crazy. Just give me some crest, please, because I am tired of the crest. I have too many ults to play. To be honest, first pull Lust. Yeah, you can Lust first pull. It's a science finer flavor. Here's the thing. I think I could tell this healer he doesn't need to heal me at all, by the way. Thank you for the little hype train to start stream today. That was nice. I appreciate it. We have, so it's 3 now, by the way. That's 3 out of 100. Or give or take. I don't know, just any fun. There's 3 out of 100 for the in real life stuff. Oh, yeah. The command I need to add, Zen. I don't know. Flex, do you know how to add a command? Are you even a mod here, Flex? Wait, are you not? Do you know how to add a command? Oh, you weren't. Do you know how to add a command on Twitch? I always forget. Zen, do you know how to do it? You're not a mod here either. Do you know how to do it? What's up, Odin? Odin, you ever see Doctor Who? Do you like Doctor Who? I rewatched this episode the other day with the Mire. I know how to add commands. Yes, bet. You want to be a mod? You want to be a VIP or a mod? You can't be both. If I mod you, you lose your VIP, and you work for that. Would you like to be a VIP or a mod? That's up to you, actually. That's got to be up to you. I can't answer that question for you. All right. You want to be a mod instead? Cool with that? I bet. Mod Zenzar. great. I gotta figure out how to do this. So basically, I have to learn. No problem. Basically this. Here's what you can look at unban requests. If you're a mod, the best thing is you can go into the unban requests and you can see what people have asked to unban, or you can see why I banned them too. Okay, so can you add IRL? What about a VIP mod? You can't be. You can't be both. Here from YouTube, your vids are great. Oh, thank you, Odin. I appreciate it. What the route? This is the route. This one. Safe route, easy time, nothing except not on second boss. Except safe, no mobs, second boss. The gambit being timed by 1 second. Oh yeah, dude. We've had a few gambits like that this season. I think I've done it on 17. I've done 17 gambit so many times. I don't even what was the early gambit that I posted? I don't even remember what was the early gambit, you know? I'm on the green team. Was the good old times. Yeah, TH. You know they never responded to me? They never respond. Wait, holy shit, what? You're just... Wait, you're gifting 5 more subs and Valorant has Oh, Valorant's doing the thing. They add 1 sub to every 5 today? Oh, I didn't realize there was a special. Oh, thank you, Kaz. Wait, Kaz, you already gifted a sub. My Lord caught a sub. We know my Lord. Ooh, thank you. Thank you, Kaz. Do you play... Wait, Kaz, you mentioned your Resto Shaman, but what else do you play in World of Warcraft at the moment? Do you play tank as well? Valorant hurting players or something. Party time. It is a party time. Thank you. Hi, Exilios. All right, so since you've gifted subs, you tell me. Should I pull this all the way to first boss and just trust that my team is going to do it or nah? You decide. I'm just kidding. It's there. It's IO for them, and it's not Brazil. Yeah, okay, I won't do that. I've been seeing a lot of Valorant ads. Still waiting for the command you need. Okay, so command is exclamation IRL. Kaz, have you ever been to Thailand? You ever been to Thailand before? Yeah, the command is this. IRL. And what I wanted to say, hydrate. All right, bet. Okay, so basically, bucket list. So I want to do an in real life Thai stream, and it just says one. Wait, how do I wait, hold on, let me think about it a little bit. Maybe I don't have the right words yet. But basically, so Kaz, that means that we're already closer to the goal. At a certain point, I will do an in real life Thai stream. But in order for me to hit that, basically, you are currently funding my friends to just eat their way through Thailand. They're very excited about this because I told them, they were like, I'm sorry, you said free meals for me? And I was like, yeah, I'll pay for you. Like, I'll buy you all the food. Well, rather stream will, because like we're all going to support this basically. And as a community, you get to just eat. The question is, how much can you eat? Like, that was my question. I was like, realistically, like, let's say that stream really comes through here. How much can you actually eat? And what would you want to eat? And they're like, bro, I'm ready. They've told me. They're like, I'm ready. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, you can call me Kobayashi Maru or whatever it is. Sounds amazing. And I was like, it does kind of sound amazing, right? Imagine that. If I could eat everything, that does sound amazing. Imagine somebody is just like, hey, look, for a video, can you come eat all this food that I will buy for you? Does that not sound kind of bis? Doesn't that sound kind of like the dream in many ways? But the problem is I'm so limited. Do you have any food allergies or anything, Kaz? Like, so my digestion just ain't what it used to be. You have none? I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie. And I'll hydrate. Thank you, Rafal. I'm not gonna lie. When people tell me they have no digestive issues, a part of me, it's the only time in my life I experience true jealousy. I mean that too. I'm not a jealous person, but it is the only time in my life I experience jealousy. $1 goes for farting. Yeah, but it's got to be like a little bit. It's got to be a little bit shorter than that. It's got to be short, concise. People's attention spans, they don't want to read like a whole thing. You just have to wipe. Oh, did your add-ons reset? Like your weak auras and stuff? Do people actually? Yes. Yeah. People they do. I know. It's surprising. Trust me, it surprises me too. But yes, people like that actually exist. Unbelievably so. There are people with not only zero digestive problems, but also the ability to just consume like raw pork As an example, there are people who can just like, oh yeah, like let's just eat some pork and chicken or whatever, and they can just eat it raw and have zero problems. I mean that, zero. They'll just like go for a marathon the next day. Like, why not? Like they have nothing. And I'm just like, bro, in the what in the weak Western genetics that I get? It's because I live in Asia. Yeah, the reason this happens is because I live in Asia. The only reason that happens is because it's just because I live in Asia thing. You know what I mean? Dude, I need to make one of those, Lou. Actually, Lou, how do you make an account like that? Because people ask sometimes for my add-ons. And I don't know how to export them as one thing. Or like my weak auras or stuff. I don't know how to export them all together. Hold up. Let me do some damage here. Boom, 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 boom. If I eat raw pork, but holy moly. So it's just an Asian thing. Because I've lived in Asia now for a while. What I can tell you is this. They eat so many things here that is wild to us, but is normal for them. What's up, G-Dub? So, for example, if the in real life... Yo, what's up, G-Dub? G-Dub, listen to this. So here's the plan. I'm making a little stream goal. For every sub that I get, right? $1 of that sub, $1 of it will go to an in real life fund. And when that fund hits enough, I will take a friend out, and they're going to eat their way through Thailand. And then people basically can be like, yo, what is that? And we'll get it, and they'll eat it. I can't do that, but they'll do it. Practicing RN, all my patients have it. Yeah, there's a lot of links there. Physiologies don't exist in the former Eastern Bloc. Where are you from, Lux? Out of curiosity, though, where are you from? Because digestive problems don't really exist that much in Thailand either. Like Thai people, like it's actually hard to have a food allergy in Thailand because they don't understand. Like physically, Romania, you are the 4th person from Romania in the last 48 hours. There's a lot of people on Romania watching World of Warcraft streams. That's very interesting. Mr. Rainbow Pew Pew is also he's from Transylvania, which is in Romania. Oh, that's cool. That's very random. I feel like Romania is not that big of a country, right? Like, it's not that big of a country. But yet, there seems to be a lot of people from Romania. You're also from Transylvania? Does Transylvania just have like a gigantic WoW community, or what? There's got to be some statistical anomaly significance here. You know what I mean? But yeah, you said you're a practicing RN. Okay, listen, Madden. I believe, just like Uncle Iroh, that the stomach is effectively the source of all energy in the body. That's a direct quote from Uncle Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you don't know who Uncle Iroh is, I suggest you re-examine your life. I would suggest heavily that you re-examine your life a little bit here, right? Because you should probably know who that is. If you've ever been unhappy or confused or lost and you don't know who Uncle Iroh is, it's relatively speaking on you. Size-wise, one of the bigger countries in Europe. It's the population that is low. Did not know that. I know a little bit about it because my English teacher in high school was from Transylvania, and he told me all about Vlad Tepes. He was very passionate about Vlad Tepes in particular. He was very passionate about this topic. So, you know what I mean? How long have I lived in Thailand? I'm not going to lie to you. It's a very long time at this point. And when I say a very long time, I mean like it's coming up on 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. That's a long time. Yeah. What's up, Naz? Welcome back. Thank you. Oh, yeah, last week I had the flu. It was rough. It wasn't like a normal cold. It was like oh my God. I'm struggling. I'm struggling here. Whoops. Owie. This pull's gonna hurt. I'm gonna go back over into this corner. I'm gonna bark skin myself. Hold up. I guess this might be a little hard for H-Pal to heal. Oh, that Sentinel is very not dead. I forgot in lower keys. So this guy in lower keys is pretty misunderstood. People will blow their entire load and then not know that he has to die. Like, he should be super omega destroyed right now. Hold up. Wait a second. Locking in for 2, 3. Once he's dead, the pull's easy. Okay, we're all fine. No problem. First time here in like 4 weeks. What's up, Kyle? Yeah, long time no see. Welcome back. Thank you, Naz. Where are you from, Kaz? Where do you live now? It's so, I still think it's pretty random that there's like a bunch of people from Romania. And you said you're from Bulgaria, Raz? Isn't Petko from Bulgaria? I don't know if he currently lives there. You're from the US? Oh, it's kind of late for you. Where in the US are you from? I grew up in the US, and I'm not... So people ask me all the time. They're like, do you miss whatever? Oh, would you play this route in 18 plus? Yeah. I have a slightly different route for it, to be honest, though. What's up, Mr. Brewitt? That's why I can never catch your lives. Yeah. So... Hi, JJ. So, like, 18 plus I would change it slightly. Mostly how I would handle second boss and, like, pulling funnel and whatnot. But effectively, yes. I have done this on 18. We had a mistake. On the 18 that we did, we had a mistake on the last boss, which was really sad. And then I've done it on 17 a few times. There have been some silly mistakes. So we got, like, frontaled in one of them. Like, I might have to do some tech for the other ones. Whoops, we pulled something else. Good morning, kitty. Kitty. Oh, man. Somebody backed up and pulled this. So there's little mistakes like this that can happen, but the route itself is okay. As long as we get that sentinel done. I'd have to take that slash. 1 second. Locking in. Good morning, buddies. Buddies, statistically speaking, how many people would you assume from Romania are in my stream right now? From Romania specifically, how many people would you assume statistically? That's a lot. That's literally more people than are in the stream, Kyle. It can't exist. 3. 3 is actually the correct number, interestingly enough. I find that to be interesting. Don't worry, Ecodome, we're still A-okay, but those sentinels do hurt. Yeah, we're fine. We just gotta kill the ritual. How many people live in Romania? That's a good question. Let's ask. How many people live in Romania? Do you know the answer to that question? Like, what's the population of Romania? That's apparently, so geographically, it is a very large country. Which key is the hardest to get Priory. Priory. 100%. It's Priory. There's no doubt about that. Like, Priory and Pugs is a painful key. It technically is not that bad, but it is a painful key. 19 million. That's really low. Isn't it? That's like a very small population. Isn't it? There's more, at least more than 3. That's true. How many people are in Thailand? Hold up. I'm playing with one hand. 1 second. How many people... You think Arakara has been your bane? I think people overpull in Arakara. The timer in Arakara is not that bad. Arakara is a routing thing, I think. Start daydreaming about that dungeon. Priory, I think so. Yeah, Priory was the hardest one for me to get as well. I just think that key is painful. Priory is just a tough dungeon, I think. Boom. So the route that I would do, I have them linked in the Discord, actually, but the route I would do for 18, I think that Ecodome is one of those dungeons where you don't change the route as much as you do change depending on your team, right? Big Smush subscribed to Tier 1 for 5 years. I haven't been streaming that long. How is this possible? You went back. Your sub was so powerful that you went back and rewrote the thing. About 71 million in Thailand. Okay. But geographically, I bet you Romania is not that much smaller than Thailand, which means it's just the population is interesting. I find that to be interesting. Oh, the Sentinel needs to go bye-bye. How are you? Hope all is well. You know, honestly, okay, so yesterday I was out socializing all day. Honestly, it was good, but there's also, you know, sometimes when you go see real-life people, it's different than seeing people online, right? They're loud, they like to chew, they go nom 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 nom, and they also go bup 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 bup, and for no real reason, right? It's just like there's not really a solid reason why they do that, but they do it. That's what they do. Oh, careful the knockback, careful the knockback, careful the knockback. Oh, wait, I just gotta make sure he doesn't pull anything else. Okay, we're good. You got all roads in Discord? Yeah. every route that I have should be in Discord now. If there isn't one, just tell me, because it might... There were some I updated at the start of the season. And if in that scenario, just tell me. But otherwise, yeah, exclamation Discord and you'll find it. Socializing? I know. Look, I know. We're all World of Warcraft players. The idea of socializing in real life, it's scary. It's scary. I get it. But let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you. We need people. People need people. At the end of the day, there's no ifs, ands, or about it. You can't survive on your own. You gotta have people in your life. That's tough. Because it's tough to find like-minded individuals who... This is actually so hard in lower keys, I forgot. People don't really know the positioning on this. So you just go right in, and then you go... If you're out, so you don't want to go out like this. You see, like, this guy's, like, way far here. He's going to take 2 stacks. You just walk into the boss, and then you walk out. You just walk in, and then out. Yes, everything should be on Discord. Most of the routes I've put in Discord, there are 2 or 3 different versions of it. This is one of the things I don't like about when people make routes. Number 1 is they make only the high key route. They're like, well, we're doing a plus 20, and this is what we did in our plus 20. It's like, with respect, I ain't doing a plus 20. Right? Like, that's... Like, I don't trust my team enough for a plus 15, let alone a plus 20. Like, no one's going to be kicking, interrupting, using defensives. We don't have CC coordination. That's like one of the biggest differences that I see. I think that people make that mistake a lot. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they go, oh, well, if we just... So, like, the reason we can do this big pull in Priory with all the casters is because it's very simple. You just send a sigil into a solar beam, into a CC from this person, and then you just, you Dragon's Breath this, and then you just... It's, like, easy. And then you're back to kicks, individual kicks, and it's like, bro, people get hit by swirlies. Like, the CC chain is the... It's not going to happen. I feel like it's important to be relatively realistic about that stuff. So the way I like to route things is different. For a 12, for a 15, or an 18. An 18, I expect a certain level of coordination, and I'm like, yeah, we can pull 2 casters, no problem. But in a 12, I'm like, bro, I don't know about pulling these casters. Like, I want to minimize the chances of failure. So I try to pull as safely as possible. It's almost always worth it to go as safe as possible, if that makes sense. Okay, 6 stacks here. Wait, did he? It went up that high in just the last little bit? It's still going? That's insane. That's pretty crazy. Romania, lower population than Florida. That's insane, actually, as well. Man. But Zen, I think you know the problem. So I don't watch Kai Cenat. I don't really know him that well. But I will say this. One of the issues with somebody like Kai Cenat is people see him and they sort of think that's what, like, streaming is like. Like, I think that people see that and they're like, wow, I should be a streamer because I could make a lot of dough. And it's like, let me tell you right now, the way to make a lot of dough is to go to a baking class. That's the truth. The way to make a lot of dough is to take a baking class, not to stream. You're just, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool, but it's not the best use of your time from a financial point of view. Zenzar just subscribed to Tier 1. Thank you, Zen. I appreciate it. Zen, how long have you known me now? What's your follow date? Wait, how long? Zen, you've known me for like a year. Isn't that crazy, though? So for me, it's just crazy to think about the fact that you've known me for a year. I'm awkward as fuck. I can barely talk to people. 1 year, 29 days. Holy. I can't believe that people are... I can't believe I've been streaming that long. I can barely talk to people in Discord. Imagine to thousands. You know what the thing is? So I've learned this. I've learned this for sure. One, I think, from my experience thus far, and I am by no means a, you know... I'm still brand new at streaming, so take my words with a grain of salt here. But for what it's worth, okay, for what it's worth, this is what I believe in. I believe this. If you want to stream, you have to love it because A, it doesn't make you nearly as much money as people think it makes you. But also B, if you're masking and trying too hard, I don't like it. And I think that people can tell with respect when people are like, putting on a show, and it's like streaming has actually taught me more about being myself and confident than any other thing I've ever done. I used to be a public speaker. Like, I had to train myself to get over the anxiety, and my heart would beat like crazy on stage. But I used to be a public speaker. I would go around to schools and speak on stage in front of hundreds of people, sometimes thousands, but that was pretty rare, like mostly hundreds. And I'm telling you that I had to try. I had to put effort in because I was like I was like practicing my speech. I would rehearse it beforehand. I knew what I was going to talk about. I knew my points of emphasis. I learned how to enunciate. I stopped saying and like and the filler words. Like I took, I learned. But let me tell you something. I don't do any of that on stream. I do 0% of that on stream. On stream, I'm just like, dirt the dirt, necrophilia, like whatever comes to mind. Because this is my place. This is my safe place. Stream for me is where I can be myself and be safe being myself. There's so much underrated value in that. And unintentional side effect of me having started stream is that I'm way more socially confident than I was. Because I used to think that I was super fucking awkward all the time. I used to say, like, guys, I don't think you understand. Like, I can't even spend time with people. Like, I'm so awkward. People don't really like me, etc. The truth is, there are people who like me, just not outside. And I still think I'm a little too awkward for, like, some outside scenarios. I can learn how not to be. Like, I'm okay at being a little bit more respectful and polite nowadays. Like, I kind of understand how to do it. But, so it's only awkward if you don't think like us. Like, I am incredibly awkward. If you come in here and you're just like, and we don't vibe and we don't really mesh, bro, it's weird as all hell. But streaming is a place where I can connect with people who value me. For me, that is an unreal feeling for somebody, Exilios, who has not really had that in real life. So, thank you, Dabsy. Thank you. But so for me, that's where I feel comfortable. And so the decision to stream was not a financial decision. Like, I'm kind of smart. Like, I could probably find a job that pays me or whatever. Like, I have skills and qualifications and stuff. Bro, I could make a lot more, but it's never been my goal. I just want to be able to live and pay rent and everything, and the support from people helps a ton. But for me, streaming is a decision I made for my mental health. Like, my mental health is the reason that I stream. And that really, really, really hit home for me recently. When I had to take the whole, 10 days off because I had the flu, I missed stream. I didn't really miss my other work. When I had to cancel my other work for about 4 or 5 days, I didn't miss that. I was like, it's okay. I'll just give people some homework. I'll make sure they have what they need. But I wasn't sitting there like, man, I wish I could show up to do all my calls. I didn't really feel that, but I did feel that with stream. I was like, I really wish I could stream. I was like, can I just pop in for an hour? I was like, no, the doctor said my vocal cords are bruised and I have to rest and blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what I mean? So, we still have this key right now. If we don't there's no other real damage that happens here except for circles. Few Farstalker jumps, we should be fine. I wouldn't have wasted the B-Res personally, though. I still think we have time here. I think that my route will carry this, but obviously we're pushing it, and I really don't want to pull that big guy, because then it would be over. Let's give it our best shot. Just dodge, dodge, dodge. Whoops. So many frontal deaths. Many, many frontal deaths. Release, come back. Release, we fine. I'm going to have to do a big pull on boss looking at this, though. Do you think of the command? Oh, remind me after this key. I'm kind of thinking, how can we make this work right now? I'll be in Thailand in 3 weeks. Ooh, Avantha, you're doing it. You're doing it, Avantha. Cool. All right. And what are you most excited about then? If you're coming to Thailand, what are you most excited about? We got to start pulling this. 7 minutes is acceptable. You know what I mean? It's tight. Yeah, it's tight. It's tighter than you want it to be. Normally, that's a good thing, but in this particular situation, it's not. Stop that arcing zap. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to throw out an incarn. I think I'm going to pull that Pat into this right when the Demon Hunter gets here, because he has meta. We have a DK who's going to help me get that Ritualist in for sure. Please grip it. Grip, 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 grip. Hold up. I don't have a macro to say grip. I need him to grip it. That's on me. Oh, I'll let that... There we go. Please. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to get this pat in. And then I'm going to make sure a bolt doesn't go off on an AoE. So I watch the ritualist here. Right there. Sightseeing temples. You want to go to the temples? Solid. When I first came here, I really enjoyed the temples. I'm going to war stomp that. I'm going to in-cap this. That's on me. Perfect. I bark skin. Okay. If we're very clever and I can somehow manage to just pull enough funnel and we do enough damage, we got a chance at timing this at least. The pulls have not gone according to plan, so my overall damage, I should be at around 5 mil here. Oh, good defensive, good defensive, good defensive. Very good defensive because we're overlapping some kicks. Okay, this will all die at the same time. This is good percentage. I would not say not here. Okay. Go drag this one in. I can pull the rest onto boss with lust. You get to lust if we don't mess up on boss, which is if you're dying to frontals earlier in the key, you're probably going to have a problem on boss. But let's give it our best shot here. Also good cheap food. So, Ataraxia. Sorry, I don't know. Avantha. I decided I'm going to do another in real life Thai stream at some point. And basically, I'm going to take my friend around and she's just going to eat all the Thai food. Like, we're going to go to a night market, probably. I'm assuming, because that's like a good combination of things. And you can experience the culture, but it probably is around the time you'll be here, actually, already. So, yeah, basically, like, if you were going to eat any Thai food, what would you be most excited about? Funnel, boss. Oh, I can't type English. That's fine. So we need the creepers right here. I need to pop my rage early, unfortunately. Don't pull anything else. I didn't get the other creeper, but I did pull a little extra earlier, so this should be enough. Yeah, it's enough. It's one extra, actually, but it's fine. We pull this on boss with lust, and then we win. I won't die to this pull, because I'm aware. It's all tank damage. This looks scary, but it's actually 100% tank damage. So it's all good. Just as long as we don't lose our souls, then you can't really lose this fight in particular. But it's all about the souls, you know what I mean? No weird souls. Tom Kai Kai. Fair enough. I think that for me, the best food in Thailand is just Thai tea. Like, it kind of sounds like a basic answer, but I swear Thai tea is like... I highly recommend when you come here, just get drinks. Drinks is where it's at. Like, I know people obsess over Thai food, but the drink culture in Thailand is amazing. I think it's genuinely, significantly amazing, by the way. Gotta get my soul. Okay, so far that went pretty well. I do think that people were padding a little bit instead of doing funnel. But boss is at... We have time right now. If everyone understands how to do this and we don't miss any of our souls... I think we're okay. Yeah. Let's see. Healer has to be able to heal it. It is a lot of healing. This fight is kind of one of those, it looks easier than it actually is, if you've never healed it before. I love Thai tea. I can't wait. Bro, I have suggestions for you. Avantha, find me on Discord if you want. If you want, find me on Discord. I will send you some suggestions if you'd like. Or, alternatively, do you have a TikTok? Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Do you have a TikTok? This is another interesting little thing. Because you do. I made a TikTok. If you do, hold on, I got this. I'm going to actually I'm not going to miss a single global on this boss, because right now this is IO for everybody here, and we can still time this. Giga routing. Do exclamation TikTok. I literally pretty much only post about Thai tea. Oh, that's what I was worried about. We have no res. Ooh, that's the one. That's the one that happened on an 18 as well. That's how we lost the 18. It's also how we lost the 17. It's also how we lost the other one. Yeah, that's a GG's. It's okay. So there's a secret to that in the future. There's no way to save it. Oh, we still had it. It's okay. It's okay. The question is, we couldn't finish it without a healer. I don't think it does. It actually does a lot of damage, this boss. Like, this comp almost could do it. I could borderline solo it if we do enough damage. I'd like to finish this for crests and stuff, because I'm still trying to farm out, so maybe we can stay alive for a little bit. Technically speaking, it's probably faster for me to solo it and then B-res someone. He missed his soul. He's going to die for sure. I mean, Ouch. So the tech for this boss to avoid that in the future is you don't have to actually collect your soul if it's in a weird spot, like this one here. So you can step out. You don't actually have to collect your soul. This is big knowledge if you didn't know this. Only your circle, like this next mechanic that's going to happen right here, Dread of the Unknown. You don't have to collect your soul right away. I'm going to show you. Watch this. So if you're like scrambling and you think, oh man, what this? Watch. If you don't hit this, it doesn't go away. You can get it after. Does that make sense? All your session, I appreciate a lot. Okay, sure. There's different types of Thai tea, but here's the trap with Thai tea in Thailand. I probably just solo this. Here's the trap, okay? People think that it more expensive equals better because you're just like, well, you kind of make an assumption that if something is truly expensive, you're like, damn, that's obviously going to be better, right? Nah. Right? What we want to do is we want to not be toxic in party chat. That's the first thing that wants to happen. Yes, it is frustrating to lose a key, but don't lose your temper. This happened to me yesterday in real life. Somebody lost their temper and they straight up hit me. And I'm like, don't burn bridges. Don't burn bridges. First of all, be nice. Second of all, expensive bubble tea in Thailand is simply not better. Actually, the cheaper brands are normally better. I highly recommend that you try some of the more local Thai teas. Not always. There are some things like expensive pad Thai, amazing. Expensive pad Thai, very good. Some of those are worth it. He left the party. So I am just going to solo this because there's a res in like 30 seconds. But it is faster. It's faster for me to just solo this than it would be for me to like reset the boss. It'll take a while, okay? My build is not exactly renowned for its single target DPS, but we're almost there. It's okay. Does expensive mean in Thailand? For a drink? Good question. So anything above $2 is expensive. Like $1 or $2 for a drink is what you're looking for. Most shops are going to be like your really kind of like cheap like stalls on the road. Should be exactly $1. But the shops you could go to at a mall should be like maybe like around $2. But like it's the $3 to $5, you know what I mean? I know, it was pretty random actually. Obviously I won't go back. If you've been chatting on YouTube this whole time, my add-on closed. Hey, what's up, good morning, Sir Sockles. This will take a while, but I can do it. So I have a res. Do I res the DK? I feel like what I do is I res the DK, he sends his breath, and it speeds this up a bunch. Because the next mechanic hasn't happened yet. He'll send his full cooldowns, just like I will here. And then we'll go. Yeah, so he sends his breath. It'll speed it up a bunch. Hopefully he does some stuff. Again, if you don't get your soul, you can just go back and get it after. I think that's the one thing that people don't really understand about this boss. And they overlap their circle, so you can just run out first and come back. All right, that's sped it up a lot. Nice, solid. At least we know that Bear can solo stuff pretty easily, actually. This could be like a 17. I'd still be able to solo it. Whee! But yeah, I think that's expensive. What does expensive mean in Romania? Like, if you were going to buy a coffee in the morning or like a tea or something, how much do you expect to pay for that, Lux? Food prices? So I get... It depends on the food. It depends on the food. Like, if you eat like a local or if you eat like a tourist is different things. They're not the same. It's not exactly the same, I think. Like a few dollars. I think that Thailand certainly has become more expensive over time. It used to be a lot cheaper. Thailand is a lot more expensive than it used to be. Inflation has happened everywhere. So, like a few dollars for a meal is fair. Like $2 maybe. If I want to, or let's put it this way. Coffee from €1 to 8. So that's €8 is like an expensive meal in Thailand. I think, for example, like if I go out with my friends. You could buy a person and it would still be cheaper than not. It's not that cheap though. You know what I mean? GG's. Do. Yeah, all good. Yeah, all good. No worries. No problem. Be like that sometimes. Okay, that also happened on my 17 and my 18. Train is not that cheap. You still have to pay money. People, you'll see some social media, like influencer people thingies, and they're going to try to convince you that it's actually that cheap. It's not that cheap, okay? I live in Denmark. Car for the easy call is like $10. $10 is ridiculous. $10 is actually ridiculous. That should not. That's crazy, though. Flavored from Starbucks. We have Starbucks here. It's considered very expensive. All right, Ataraxia. We'll have to get it next time. Next time, Ataraxia. You did fine. You did absolutely fine there, by the way. You were good. A regular meal is 32 euros. No. No way. No way, Jose. The actual fund, because Kaz gifted subs earlier, and so that was, okay. So we got subs today. I'm going to put this here. We need the command is this, Zen. Here's the command, basically. At 100 sub points. In real life, food stream in after 100. That. I think that should be the thing. That should be the thing. We are at 9 out of 100. Let me check. 1, Big Smush. Zen subscribed. Big Smush subscribed. Cat gave out 6 plus Valorant. And 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, we at 9 today already. So 9 out of 100. That is currently the goal. Looks like this. Our regular meal in Rome is also between... That's crazy. You guys, it's hard to compare, man. It's hard to compare. It's wild to me to think like that. I just can't appreciate it. I just can't. Oh, Heather's in an 18 eco dome. We could do 18 eco. 18 eco. I don't know if she'll want me. She might want a warrior for that comp, but that's fine. We could try. What's up, RFA? There's another 15 eco we could do. That good? Yeah. It's really tough. Oh, I don't want to do an 18 Priory. 17. Oh my god, it's Brazil. Oh, why is there an 18 Priory Brazil and they already have a warrior? Bro, I don't know if I want to really throw my head against this. Ooh, that good? Yes, it is good. Thank you. Got your Brazil 16 today. Congratulations, RFA. Very nice. I am debating. I don't think IO is that important to me. Heather probably wants a warrior. That is all good. No problem. 18 eco is pretty chill. The problem with World of Warcraft is this. You know how I had the flu? And then you know how I got kind of lazy? Here's the problem. I'm getting right to it. You have it timed on 16? I mean, so here's the thing, Train. Currently, you need resilient 19s to get invited to 18s. And then you need resilient 18s to get invited to 17s. And you need resilient 17s to get invited to 16s. But this is a bit weird. Because technically speaking, I am, yeah. You should be able to get into the key you need, but it does not work like that whatsoever. I am an off-meta tank this season. I have a reputation. People have played with me. Everybody in her key right now knows me pretty well. But it doesn't matter. Like, people have literally seen me tank this on an 18, and I'm chilling. Bear is fine. Here's the problem with World of Warcraft. It doesn't matter if you have friends or not. I fell behind. And once you've fallen behind the curve, so some title players will be like, it's fine, you just, no, you already have a reputation. So since I'm not a world first player, and I'm just a pugger, and even though I could be a good tank or whatever, it doesn't matter, I could solo the last boss here. Item level, I'm a little low. I got a little unlucky with vaults last few weeks, so I'm 714. I can't complain about it because I chose to play Guardian, but I'm an off-meta tank. You literally can't play the game. Like, there is pretty much no point in me trying to queue for this. Like, a little bit, depending, but there's almost no point in this. Like, I could try here, you know? 714 low. Nah, 714 is considered low right now. Like, I could try, and maybe I'll get invited. I'm not that far off the 17 mark, but it's okay. Like I said, I can't really complain about it that much. That is a holy paladin. 17 priory, damn. 17 priory. Can try. Yeah, you're 719 item level. Exactly. Yeah, it's okay. But it does, I will say this. It makes me want to play Fellowship. I will say that. It absolutely makes me want to play Fellowship. Doesn't it? Don't you want to play Fellowship where this doesn't happen? Where you don't have to farm out reputation? And you can just do keys? And this doesn't happen? Would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. That's okay. I could work on my warrior, but at the same time, it's always torn. I want to have fun playing World of Warcraft, man. That's tough. Like, I just want to have fun playing World of Warcraft. It just, I don't like feeling actively bad for trying to have fun playing World of Warcraft. It's a strange feeling. I don't like it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just re-roll? I could. I have a warrior. Like, I could play my warrior. I'm not bad at it. He'd be just fine. He's as tanky as my bear is. But what if I want to play my bear? Just because of that. There should be a thing from the start of the season. I don't like raiding. Yeah, well, Dinars are not coming out on Turbo Boost. So we're not even going to get that train. We are unfortunately not even going to get that. I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I love World of Warcraft. I like the game. I like Mythic Plus a lot. I don't get bored playing. But my problem is I currently don't get to play. Like, you know? Like, look, for example, they took a warrior to this even though they have a destruction warlock. A warrior is slightly better for this key. I get it. But it's tough. Yeah, I don't like raiding either. I don't like the fact that when Dinars come out, I'm going to have to pug the first few for at least the first few. Like, I'm going to have to find a way to do it, even if I don't want to. But that's the problem. WoW's been around for so long, and they try to cater to such a wide audience. That's all that goes down. They'll do something. Do you think that'll happen? Do you actually think that Fellowship will steal Mythic Plus people? This makes me want to, like, I'm already like, come on, man. Like, I just want to play the game, but I'm going to go just do another random key at this point. I can do my own key. You want it to, so that they do better? Fair enough. 16 Priory with Arson. I mean, you can go play with Arson for fun. 16 Priory is not exactly an easy key, though. Luckily, I boost, so I just get a lot of gold. You just buy, that's cool. I am worried about Fellowship. As in, because I want to play it. Mostly because of this. This is actually the reason. It's not even the keys. Man, I've been doing reputation. I've been doing reputation every week. I've been on top of it relatively. I miss a few world quests, and I'm still not at 18, man. Oh, man. It was good when the... So I don't think it would replace it either. As far as I could see, it doesn't have the complexity. That's why I agree with that, though. Hello. Curious to see my route for Priory. So we have a Hunter and a Warlock, which means that kicks are going to be a little bit sus. But I still think I'm going to go right side. I still think I'll go right side if we get a Resto Shaman. If we don't get a Resto Shaman, I'll have to consider. But we obviously need... I think we get Resto Shaman. We don't have Havoc. We don't have another melee DPS, so it could be tough. Nicolay, you think it's stealing it 100%? I think there's a good chance because people like me are the one group. You shouldn't have to worry about me leaving World of Warcraft. Shouldn't happen. It shouldn't exist. Me? I'm the one person that shouldn't be... Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't have to keep me in the game. Are you kidding me? Do you know what I mean by that? Like, they should not be competing for my attention. They are currently. Like, I'm as dedicated and addicted to this game as anyone is. And yet, I'll consider playing Fellowship. It's so weird that I would consider it. I have to do so much I don't want to do. It's not as bad as Torghast used to be, but maybe we're all just... I think that people have changed. Because you remember back in Shadowlands, Shards of Domination, Torghast, and everything, though. This right makes the timer so much better. So every time I try to skip Emberlands, the problem is that people somehow pull it. 27 active friends on retail I play WoW with, all will move to it. All right, Nicolay, I might as well. The other thing about it is that I think there's a few servers. Boosting M+, there's a website. We're tired of the info. Exactly. Nicolay, I am tired of it too. And that's the thing, that I'm literally just on here streaming, having fun the whole time. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the elitism. It's like, I really feel like it's like the 1% of the US. It's like if you haven't already broken into past title range, you can't fucking get it. And you're like, there's going to be somebody who says, yeah, but I did it. It's like, you are one of the 5% of people who managed to do it. How many hours did you play? And what did you do to do it? How many times did you have to get in like, it's just, there's a level of effort there. It's like, man, I'm okay being below title, but my problem is that I was like, oh, my friend's in a key. Let me apply for it. It's an easy, in my head right now, I can tell you exactly the entire key. I can tell you every single defensive I would use, and I can tell you exactly what all the pain points of the key. I can tell you about every single mob. I've studied that dungeon. It would be easy, but I won't get invited. You know? I just won't. But I don't really need healing. But not taking Resto Shaman is kind of troll here. So, like, but it doesn't matter how much I study. My problem is that if it's not challenging for me, then I get kind of bored. So, like, 16 Priory, I can tell you exactly, I could probably do it blindfolded. That's the level of memorization that I have for this key. Except for some dodging of some ground effects, I could literally put on a blindfold, not be able to see anything, and get my cooldown timings nearly exact. This isn't me bragging, it's just I've done it so much already. Like, I've tanked Priory a ton of times. So it's pretty chill for me to do it. But my problem is, we'll still probably fail this key. Statistically, I'm going to walk in and fail it because somebody's going to get hit by something or we're going to miss a kick and there's only so much I can do to control that, right? Like, statistically, we're not going to win, even though I might have a really good route or I might be really good as a tank. The problem is this season is pretty easy to tank. So if you put me in an 18 Priory, I'm like, oh, wait a second. Am I gonna be able to do this? No, I was just thinking about it because, I don't know, it just feels bad to get declined for keys that I think are easy, but I just won't get to do. So my IO score, I do not feel represents the level of effort that I put into this season. To clarify, I played PTR every day. I saw every version of Ecodome. I have a really good route for this, I think, aside from maybe skipping the first Sentinel. But it's just like, man, I don't get to show that. I don't get to express it. And so I'm just like, you know. Push hard? Yeah, like, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just my thing. My ult is higher than some top key pushers. Even if I'm resilient, yeah, it doesn't matter. You basically have to have, so what people look for now, because the elitism has gone this high, because they can. So it's just if you enable people, they're going to choose the best option. The idea is, if you have an 18 Ecodome, you will probably not take somebody who doesn't have an 18 Ecodome. Like, that is the truth. Like, why would you take somebody who hasn't already timed the key? Because there will be people who apply who already have it. And so instead of taking people who need it, you end up taking people who already have it. It's a little strange for sure. The route we're going to do is this, by the way. So you got to let the fireball cast. Right side. Right side. First boss. Orson, can you save? And is your kick up for each battle shout? Otherwise, I can do it, though. If you already timed the key, why would people apply? Because they are hoping... So the way it works is, if I already have Resil 18, I'm going to be looking for 19s. But there's no 19s in queue. But I want to play the game, because I'm obviously addicted. So I'll just go to the 18 that seems likely to get timed, like an easy one, like an Ecodome or something, or like a whatever, so that they have a 19, and then I'll say, hey, can we do the 19? That's what people do. Same thing for every level. If I had Brazil 17 and I was like, there are no 18s listed, I would go into a 17, tank it really well. People would be like, wow, Guardian's actually pretty good. And then I could do the 18 after. Yeah? Okay. All right, Arson will kick all the battle cries there. Sounds good. Let's go do this key. So this, for example, I already have this. I don't need this at all. I probably won't even get like an IO upgrade because I timed it on a fairly good timer weeks ago. But we're going to see. Let's do Priory. Boom. Shall we? But yeah, Nikolay, I agree. I think very much I'm very tempted to play Fellowship. I worry about my ping a little bit. Ping in WoW is already a problem, but I think that I get a little jaded sometimes because I know how much I studied for this season. And I mean that. Like, I studied so I could make the guides so that I could do all this stuff, right? But I don't think that work will pay off. I think that because I decided to play Guardian, not Warrior, and because of the mentality I have for the game, I think that realistically speaking, I'm not going to get to play the way I want to play, and I think that that's going to be sad. I think that I'm going to have a kind of a meh time, and I think that I'll just end up playing alts like I always do, because that's super fun for me. I genuinely enjoy my alts. I think that they're super fun. I think it's how I keep the season fresh, 100%. But I definitely think I'm going to get a little jaded this season. So, all good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I think that right when Fellowship comes out, maybe I could just study that. The level of effort I put into WoW is kind of high, but it's also just how I enjoy it. So the thing is, it's a very natural amount of effort because it's how I enjoy it, right? Oopsie. So yeah, maybe I will put that much effort. Maybe that would be fun to play the Fellowship. I could see it. I could be a Fellowship gamer. Yeah, maybe. How many people here, Zen, are you going to play Fellowship? Are you playing Fellowship? Oh, I didn't actually want that yet. Okay, we have grips. Charge back real quick. Keep them all grouped. I wanted to get this in a second because I'm still worried that that guard captain's kind of alive. Oops. Get knocked back this way. Here we go. How goes Key? What's up, Shaw? I don't know. I had the flu for a bit. I'm playing an off-meta tank and then Puggin. I'm a little jaded about this season already, Shaw. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little jaded, but thanks for saying hi. I've been thinking, are you gonna play Fellowship? Like, do you think you're gonna be a Fellowship gamer? How do you feel about that, Shaw? Have you thought about it? About whether or not you'll play Fellowship? Let's grab... This caster is gonna go here. Let's grab this. I'm gonna pull these guys now, because it's fine to do so, and we're gonna go back down. Does everybody know we're going back down? No, so we're gonna fight this up here then. All good. Those casters are gone. The sharpshooters will come in a second. I'll Vortex Typhoon. And then all will be well with the world. Perfect. And we can rip that one guy in. Yeah, I fell behind. And, Shaw, you have a group you play with, right? You don't tend to pug everything. Like, you have a group of people, like a contact list, at least when you log in. I don't know. I never developed that list. I probably should have invested more time into it. There are a lot of things I could have done to ensure higher IO, but... Man, it does feel rough. Like, playing an off-meta tank this season, even though I think Guardian is absolutely fine, like, Guardian's in a perfectly fine spot, I really don't think the damage with Guardian has any sort of fundamental issue, comparatively. But it is tough, you know? So it do be tough. It can also stand in melee, by the way. Fellowship is okay, not how much time. So the thing is... I want Blizzard to either learn from it or something. I just, like, found a good monk tank in a stream, made friends with them. Nice, honestly. Shaw is awesome. I knew Shaw way before I started streaming. Like, I followed his tank content for a long time. But I would say that for me, I enjoy playing the game. I do not enjoy Q Simulator. I have the attention span of a small ferret. Like, it just doesn't... I don't believe... I don't want to chain her into the big pat. Okay, she should die with cooldowns, like, right now. Because that pat's coming in. We have full cooldowns. Go. We kind of have to make up a lot of time for Priory. It's okay. Full cooldowns, and she will die. Dodge the one thing here, and then we'll be okay. There's a single caster. It won't get a cast off. Come into melee. Oh, they don't know how to do this. This is also meh. It's interesting. The thing is that I have never lost interest in WoW before. Genuinely. I've never at any point in my whole WoW journey been like, I don't really want to play. Never felt that. Never once. I've always been like, oh, well, today let me just try a Frost Mage. Like, what? A Frost Mage? Yeah, why not? Today let me just try a Hunter. Like, a Hunter? Yeah. It's like, let me just try my Warlock. You're like, a Warlock? You have a Warlock? Dude, I got every single class. Every season, whenever I get bored with whatever, I just play whatever. And that's how I keep the game fresh for me. But I will say that the only thing I have to do in order for me to not feel bad... That's okay, I already have this. I just saw a friend in here. I wanted to help. In order for me to enjoy the game is very simple. I have to let go of IO. Because I do not enjoy sitting in queue. I will sit in queue, I'll apply for 5 minutes, and if I don't find a key that I need, I just want to do something else. I would rather, like, this is a key, I don't need this, but I would rather be here, you know? He needs mana real bad, by the way. Is he playing Farseer? Mana. My bad, that's an N. My H-Ball struggling even on the first pull. Yeah. We lost about 2 minutes to unpack, but congratulations. Went right as Vengeance Demon Hunter. You can go right. Even this comp is going to struggle a little bit to go right. Our timer is a little bit tight right now, so we want to fight this. We need to kill these 2 casters before I chain in. We can't chain in yet. Somebody's going to die. Given how this key has already been, I think that Lynx will get a bleed off, and I think that we should get rid of these casters first. I'll kick this one on the Arson. Good. We have to... I think that one caster is just a little bit. I think if I chain too quickly, I'm going to regret it. There, let's go. Now we can go pull them. Networking is big. Yeah, I have a really hard time finding people that want to play with me. I find that my mentality for the game is a bit... Oh, see, that bleed went off right there. Luckily, he has a defensive. My mentality for the game seems to be a little different than how other people enjoy the game. And, that's okay with me. Like I said, I don't have an issue with it, but I have noticed that I'm just a bit chill. Like, I'm the sort of person, I like reflecting on things, but I never sim my character. I've never simmed my character. I like doing things my own way. I like making my own routes. Yeah, I don't mind studying. Like, let's say I was pushing for title this season or something. I don't mind studying a little bit about what the top keys are doing, or I don't mind watching a video of yours and saying, oh, I could pull those Gorgers in Ecodome as an example, or whatever, But it's a game for me. I treat it like a game, and I swear that is not the right way to play World of Warcraft. Because people at a certain level, genuinely, they prefer to sweat, man. Oh yeah, I'll try any trinket, I'll try builds, but the thing is, people fucking sweat. Now, here's the thing, Shaw. I have acne. So I have to be very careful about sweating that much. I'm not really supposed to sweat that much. I have acne problems, man. I got acne problems. So it's not like a big acne problems, to be fair, but it's enough. It's enough. Stand melee. Oh, they don't know. Hold on, I gotta type to them probably. Melee, pixel stack. You got a pixel stack in melee and they won't jump. So when I play the game, I don't really enjoy the whole sweating aspect of it. Yeah? That's just not how I enjoy it. Please do not pull the knight to our left. No! That's really bad. Oh, so was that a tab target? Was that... I've never had a problem fighting this year. Oh, this key is... We are super dead. That looked like a tab target. We're fine right here. That is the area that they pull. I think somebody was a little too close, or maybe a tab target. Oh, boy. Well, rest in peace. I know you can't live this. Not with all of this going on. That was a fun tab target there. That's okay. It's okay. So, again, my thing is, when something bad happens in a key, I make a joke about it, but people tend to take it very seriously. People get very, very passionate. The thing is, our timer's fine, and this is extra percentage. I just won't be able to skip much else. So let's say we live this. Let's say you play this, actually, and you just live... Not actually a GG just yet. Technically speaking, not actually a GG just yet. Because I'm going to live this Divine Judgment. The DK gets this. He could live the next Holy Radiance. There's only going to be one more shout. Surprisingly, only 3 deaths is fine, considering it's technically extra percentage. Yeah? That frontal is timed outside of the Holy Radiance. There's going to be a shout. He has to live it. But he has Soul Burn up. Not the end of the world right now. This was not supposed to be pulled. The question is, what can I skip at the end? Because it's not 50% either. Hold up. Interesting. Divine Judgment on me. I'll just Barkskin. Make sure I don't die. That was still time. Still time right now. But I would lust this. Lust this. Yeah, I would lust this, but you can still time at the moment. Arson kicks every Warcry. You can let the cast go on me. Oh, see, like, people don't. You gotta let that first one go off. That's okay. That's okay. So if we lust this and we do really well here, and we have Big Dam, I still think it's possible that you could time this, technically speaking. I don't think it's a GG completely yet, because 49% is a lot. 49%. I've never had this percentage before going into this dungeon. But what would be alright is if you could skip 2 packs at the end room, you would only need 3 pulls. So this is the level of effort I put into keys. I always think like this. The whole time I'm doing a key, I'm like, he's actually going to be fine. He has AMS. I'm going to kick the next one. See, he used defensive there. If you think the cast is going off, you defensive. Now, that's a weird thing. It targeted him a bunch in a row. So much mathing. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't mind the mathing. I do the mathing over. So, basically, you know that the light spawns to the left? No, at the end, you just go right. Let me just dodge this first. Bear doesn't struggle with this boss at all, obviously, but there's still that pat to the left, and I want to be aware of where that is, because we pulled the other thing earlier, so why don't we drag her up just a bit so people understand not to be over there. I think it might have been, by the way, I saw a DK Ghoul on that pull. That's what I think it was. I think it was the DK Ghoul. He has... Good. See that shift? That's smart. That's smart right there. As long as you're aware, I think the right side is still much better. We kill this boss on time, so I can't quad pull the next. I can double pull the next, considering we've let a bunch of kicks and stuff go off. Yeah, I would double Paladin. I think I can make this work. If we actually played it clean from here, which I find to be unlikely, to be honest, but let's assume we did, I think we can save it. Worth a shot at the very least. I'll try to keep them stacked for as much cleave damage as we can get. Yeah, I don't know. I give this a good shot. Give this a good shot. Because at the end, what you can do is there's the Paladin to the left by the left brazier. You skip that. You skip that Paladin and you skip the light spawn to the left as well. This is enough percentage to do that. I'm gonna go in for this kick here. Fight them. Oh, that's a bad position for that. He's way over here. Group him in. Hit Barkskin now. I gotta hold Incarn. You get 18 minutes going into the next area. That's not impossible. That's fine. One little frenzied regen. I accidentally trigger my well-honed instincts. No problem. Yep, it's basically exactly right, Wix. Correct. And that is appealing, because that's very manageable. So I'm just going to go in basically right away. We don't have lust, so we just go here. I settle in right away, because this pull will sync on you and clap you. Bear is going to be A-okay, but there's only one kick here. So I'm going to make sure I stay on the caster, although my kick does take me back in. I'm going to make sure that kick does not go off. And then I'm going to also CC. This pull is not too bad for Bear. I do not want to backpedal toward the other pack, though, because we have had a butt pull already. So I'm just going to be aware of the fact that since we already had one butt pull, let's not make it 2. Because at the moment, this is not actually a GG. Frenzied Regen at the last second of Incarn. Hit the Barkskin now. Oh, this shouldn't be that bad of a pull. No, this one's fine. Shaman's really good at healing this. At least on my Shaman, I don't tend to struggle that much. Toward the end, if it doesn't, like if it lives forever. Oops. If it lives forever. Uh-oh. Never mind. I was wrong. Might have been a greeting chain lightning, potentially. That's okay. It's a hard pull. I'm not saying it's easy, but you have to be aware. That was a very small overkill. I think maybe he had Earth Ellie or something. Okay, any deaths and we're starting to get real tight here. Oh, it's a GG's. It was a good attempt. It would have been a nice save. I was thinking about how I could route it, but that's probably GG's. GG's, GG's. Nice try, nice try. No problem, no problem. Almost died to the same pull. As a healer or as a tank? As a tank, you have to understand the tanking knowledge here. It was a way to top multiple people outside of Beacon. It's, yeah, H-Pal has to work a lot harder. Resto Shaman just has to be kind of like chain casting and stuff. No problem. Not an issue. Wait, Demon as a tank? Yeah, nobody enjoys that. They're haste cap for Guardian Druid? Not really. You can technically play, though. Druid just AFKs. Druid is pretty good at that. Actually, I think Shaman is the best at that, though, because you also have a kick and stuff. Is it meant to be the only avenue of playing M+? I think so. Chillin's pack as Vengeance. You have to, just gathering as Vengeance can be scary. Gathering that pull is always scary because the neophytes sink their melees. It's one of the only pulls that you'll see me hit Incarn a little early. Out of curiosity, it was a very small overkill, 700k. It's pretty close. Should have played Pally this season. I have a prop Pally. I don't mind Pally. But Pally's too sweaty for me. I like Warrior. If I was going to play a quote-unquote meta tank this season, I'd just play Warrior. Pally's too sweaty. GG's. It was a good try. Yeah, those tolls were owning. Once your healer dies there, it's kind of GG's. Once the healer is... You can't really recover from there. He missed the heal a little bit. It's okay. It's a very small overkill. Tough. All right, so should I go play my Resto Shaman or just keep doing bear keys? That is the question. That is the question, man. Too sweaty? Yeah. Look, again, I already have... Look, man, look. Listen. You gotta understand. I live in a very hot country. Hi, David. Listen, I live in a very hot country, all right? While I am gaming, if I have to play prop Pally, my whole home is not going to smell nice. I'm going to just be constantly, I'm going to be like, it's going to be tough. But when I play bear, it's like not too bad, right? Like it's okay. Like I don't really tend to sweat that much. My acne is fine. I got a little fan on me. The AC is on. Like it's all good. But yeah, there's something prop Pally. Like I can play it, but it's pretty min-maxy. And, you know, if you miss a button or if you do this, it's like you can really quickly just go, you know? All right, we could check for IO real quick. And we don't expect to find anything. That's fine. But if we get something cool and if we don't, that's okay. Probably generally paper. My prop Pally was always... I feel tanky on my prop Pally, but there's a lot at the moment that I feel... You know what I mean? What's up, Mr. Dark? What's up, Mr. Dark? Hey, let me put that goal on stream, by the way. If I drop to like 18.5 crit instead of 22, Dispel to upkeep. My Havoc is higher INL compared to your Mage. You should play Havoc. Havoc is better than Mage right now. I don't know. I don't like mages. Every time I try to play with a Mage, I get disappointed. How can we deal more damage as bears? Because I'm at the end of a dungeon. Okay. So I made a guide about this. First of all, I made a guide about this. You should watch the guide. That is, first and foremost, there's a few main things for bear damage. But most importantly, I literally made a video about this. Here. Right here. Because this will explain it to you much better. Right here. Boom. My overall is like 4 mil in priority. What should we craft first as a bear? Eventually, when you're crafting as a bear, the problem is you want the mythic weapon out of vault, but if you don't get it, like I haven't gotten it, then you can craft a weapon. And you just craft this. That's fine. You can do that. Let me take some salt and hydrate, and I'll decide what I'm doing next. I'm already sort of feeling like hopping over to a resto shaman, but I think I'll just stick to my bear and we'll do some fun keys. No, my waste is my last craft. I'll eventually make one, but I haven't made one yet. I don't know, Madden. I don't know. I do pretty good damage. I don't feel like my damage is low. I feel like my damage is very comparative to what I see in most... Ooh, 17, hold up. Bear is solid. My bear, that's a Resil 17. Oh, come on. Give me. The ones that I want to get invited to are fake. Give me. There's a mage and I buff both of you. My bear, I'm gonna whisper them. My bear is very solid. My bear is giga solid if you want me. Oh, I can't whisper him. Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. That's the thing, Mac. Like, the thing is, when you think about what tank is best, oftentimes skill expression as a tank is actually pretty important, just like DPS. A very, very good survival hunter will simply do more damage than a very good or very bad Frost DK. Does that mean survival hunter is better? No, but it does mean take the player, not the class. So if I can get the most out of my bear damage and I can get 90% out of my warrior's damage, you know? No, I mean, like, so, like, but the thing is, okay, as a warrior tank, let's say you get into 17 Ecodome, how much damage are you doing overall? This depends a little bit on your route, how safe you pull, etc. If you got into 17 Ecodome, how much damage are you going to do overall in an Ecodome? That's my question. What do you think? Do I care enough about IO? They took a Mistweaver, but they won't take a Guardian Druid. This is the saddest thing. How could they take a Mistweaver? Oh, it's just stabbed through the heart. It's just stabbed through the heart. I'm just sitting here trying to get IO. Oh no. It doesn't look like it. It looks rough. It looks rough. I should play Fellowship. Every time this happens, I'm just like, you know what I should do? Fellowship. You know what doesn't have this problem? Fellowship. That's what I should do. I should play Fellowship, right? Isn't that what this is all? It's maybe the world wants me to play Fellowship. Hydrate. I bet. Come on, dude. So again, I don't have resilient 18s, so it's going to be very difficult for me to get invited into the 17. Unfortunately, 4 mil average is pretty good for tanks. I will do way more than 4 mil overall. I will do significantly more than 4 mil. What's Fellowship? So Fellowship is a game that's coming out. It's basically WoW M+, except that it's only WoW M+. It's a queue-based system, right? I'm gonna try to weasel my way in. I'm not gonna lie. Can check stream. Bear is very solid. I swear I'm desperate, man. I'm feeling the ever so slight bit of desperation. I dropped it. I'm at that point now where I'm just like, hey man, please. Like the bear is good. The bear, he's fuzzy, he's got a thick butt, he's got everything going for him in life. Except IO. The IO has fallen behind. And once again, you know, I just put Bear is great. Bear is great. He's very solid. He's just, I don't need any healing. I'm chilling. I got, like, I know Ecodome really well, but it's okay. I will say that it's like, what do you think I need? What would you assume I need to get into a 17 Ecodome? Out of curiosity, your opinion, what IO is required for 17 Ecodome? Like, do you think that you should have 17? It does feel, TH, like it feels like that, right? Like, because like what could I could have a, you just need to know the key. Bro, I was the one who made the guide on the key. I made a guide on the key. 3400 and 3457. I was I was one of the pioneers of the key. about. Yeah, it's so rough, man. Yeah. It's okay. But this is the type of thing that makes me want to just like hop over. Like, it's okay. Um, yeah. But then I think, so yeah, but that's the thing. So then once you have Brazil 18, then people are like, yeah, but if you don't have Brazil 19, like, are you even a gamer? Like, do you even play the dungeons? Man. Mythic raid parses? Yeah, I don't mythic raid. Like 16 exists for people to pug them and level up for their own custom groups, so they want low stress carry almost. Yeah, kinda, but the thing is, I am a low stress carry. Like, I don't like I am a low stress carry, I think. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but the thing is this, so they have their comp right now. A warrior doesn't even buff the mage. Like, a warrior gets as much benefit as I get from a Mistweaver. So a warrior doesn't necessarily buff them any more than I do because they're playing an arcane mage and a hunter. It's just this competition, this feeling I have in my heart right now of like, man, please take me. Like, I really need IO, right? I could push my own key up, but then I did that for the other day, and I was sitting there, and we were in Floodgate 16 for a few hours because I was taking people maybe who shouldn't be there, and I was just like, man. And then I just felt bad about that, and then this is going to become maybe a 17 I don't need. Like, I could push my own key. I don't mean to be complaining that much, but I just feel this, it's gotten worse. Whatever this is, whether it's the class that I'm playing, the elitism in WoW or whatever, the resilience system, something in WoW has changed. It is not the same game as it was a year ago or even 2 years ago. It feels significantly harder to progress through a queue system. I don't know if it's because the people already know each other or whatever. You know what, Healful? Absolutely. What key would you like to do? I don't know what it is, but something happens. But you know what? Yeah, it's all good. What are we doing? Healful? It's all good. Yeah, I think that there's. I think Lewis. I think you're right. What key are we doing? A 15 gambit. Okay, but fair enough. Well, I mean, what can you do? That's okay. But I just think I accept the fact that my IO will stay where it's at, and it's all good. That's no problem. Like, at the end of the day, I can let go of the IO, but I do just want to play the game. I don't know. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. You know what? I think I have the answer. Do you know why I'm disappointed in World of Warcraft? I am not getting invited. I'll tell you why. I'm not getting invited to keys because my biceps aren't big enough. It's that simple. There's nothing else to it. There's no other reason. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm playing a Guardian Druid. I am not getting invited to keys because my biceps are simply not big enough. If I had bigger biceps, they would take me to their keys. So I should get bigger biceps. Yeah, I was going to do physical therapy today. I was going to focus on like serratus anterior. I was going to do some like proper shoulder. No, I should just do bicep curls. I should go to the gym and just slam bicep curls, because if I had bigger biceps, they would take me to their key. That has to be the reason. That must be it. It's because let me tell you why. It's because Bear doesn't carry a shield, right? So these pro warriors out there, they're carrying these heavy shields all the time. Like, that's a strong bicep work. I think that must be it. I can't think of another reason. Yep, I can't think of another reason. All right, pop quiz. Does anybody understand my stream title today? Out of curiosity, does anybody understand the stream title? I think it's funny. You figured it out? What's up, Saito? Also, hi, Pickle. I always invite bears. They're a treat to heal, but I think most content. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I missed the YouTube comments. Yo, if I miss your YouTube comment, come over to Twitch. I'm bad at that today. Actually, I'm bad at that in general. That's my bad. Here, look. If I miss your comment here, come over here. Does anyone understand my stream title? No, really? You don't need a Frosty K for this. Don't be classes for this. if I miss your comments. You can take what? 15 gambit can't be that hard. Yeah, that's fine. You gotta wait a little bit though. Hi, Pickle. Pickle, are you from YouTube? Wait a second. Are you a YouTube person? There's a Pickle on here. Is that you, Pickle? Is that you, Pickle? Oh yeah, you're overqualified for this. Hello, Pickle. Haste versus craft on weapon, so it depends on your stats. My haste is actually a little bit high. The next craft that I make will be crit verse. I want my haste to be around 30% when I'm in bear form. Between 25 and 30% is solid for me. The rest will go crit verse. It's a personal preference. A lot of Guardians like 35% haste or 40% haste, but in terms of how many globals I can fit into my incarn windows or etc., the higher haste does not help me. I don't tend to get more mangles or more thrashes, so for me, I like about 25-30%. That comes from a lot of experience, etc. All right, you guys want to... I'll teach you something. I would go shirtless, but I don't think I'm allowed to do that. So, listen. There is a muscle on the human body. Is right here. Cool? It's like right underneath the rib cage. It's called your serratus anterior. And a lot of people have shoulder pain nowadays because they're... All right, you ready for this? Observe. I teach you. A lot of people have shoulder pain and they're having this like tension that comes up here in their neck and they're like, oh man, my traps are so tight all the time. You know what I mean? You just basically want one of your family members or your friends or your significant other, if you're lucky to have one, you want them to take their elbow, or like you're like always want a massage because your neck muscles are so tight and you're just like, please jab it in there. And they're like, is this enough pressure? And you're like, more, I want it to hurt. Whatever it is, you know what I mean? So listen. So the idea here, though, is this muscle, like back in your neck and your traps are like always tight. So one of the reasons that this happens is because your scapula, your big shoulder blade, doesn't move properly. It's supposed to glide across your rib cage, but it gets stuck. And it's a big bone, and it gets stuck. And when that gets stuck, it kind of takes your shoulder into a bit of a weird position. This is an explanation for not office syndrome, which doesn't really exist, but the idea of like when this is happening, it's not my shoulder that gets stuck. It's my scapula that gets stuck. It's the thing back here, this big shoulder bone that kind of gets stuck into... I can try to like show you. See how that thing sticking out right there? So there are smaller muscles that coordinate the movement there, and they tend to be a little bit weaker if you don't train them in some individuals. So for me, for example, I've been lazy. And I haven't been doing my serratus anterior work, which is right here, which helps with the scapular protraction and the movement that I'm missing. So my scapula gets stuck, which means that my arm doesn't have as much rotation as it should. This is quite poor for my external rotation at this angle. So what I need to do is activate this muscle right here to solve all the things and the nagging tension I have here. But I have to actually get it right and scoop the shoulder blade through, which I should do all the time. I should be doing this throughout the day. I think that stuff's really cool. I think a lot of people don't really understand how the body's connected. But in general, working with PT now for a while and also having some friends who are way better than me and very intelligent is very cool, because I have learned this. If you are struggling with pain, physical pain, oh, I can feel that moving. See how I have my two fingers here to make sure I'm actually using this muscle? So, yeah. You can solve almost any amounts of physical pain. If you have any sort of physical, not ailment, but most, like 95% of the time, if you find out the reason why it's happening, you can target that and then improve it. But what most people miss is the information of why it's happening. So they're like, oh man, you know what I mean? Oh, it's okay. More damage for me, healful, no problem. So for a lot of people, I swear that what they end up doing is they'll say like, oh, my knee really hurts. But they don't understand that their knee is actually an ankle problem. And so they start trying to fix their knee, but it's like, no, it's not your knee, dude. It's your ankle. And they're like, yeah, but my other knee hurts. And it's like, well, that's your hip. It's just because of how it's all connected. People are like, man, my elbow really hurts. It's like, that's your shoulder. But you learn this stuff, but it's not common knowledge. So we just focus on the wrong things. It's kind of the same deal, by the way. Not that different. Ooh, should I go max damage for this? Should I double FC this dungeon? What if my soul really hurts? Ice cream. I find ice cream to be relatively helpful with that scenario. I mean, I'll be a little squishier, but should be fine. Let's go double FC for this. Why not? Requiem. If your soul really hurts... oh, nope, I can't say that. Nope. Never mind. Let's do the key. Ha, 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 ha. All right, Requiem. If you want to know what I was going to say, you have to add me on Instagram, and I will tell you privately. But I am absolutely not saying what I was going to say on stream, because that is a responsible decision that I am going to make, and I am proud of myself for filtering. Good job, me. Yes. Happy. Whew. That was a close call. Very close call there. Very close call. Unfortunately, I like stream, and I don't want to say things that I'm not supposed to say. Thank you, Brap. We go like this. If you don't pull that other caster pack, it makes this dungeon way easier. And then I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to grab this. And we're going to watch those first few casts. I'm going to go like boom. Bam, bam, bam. Fast gather. Nice. And I'm going to keep them over here, because the next thing I want to do is grab the roaming path that's going to come by in like a few seconds. Nice. I like how he said, don't judge me, I'm arms. And then he just proceeds to fucking blast. And then he proceeds to blast. I'm trying to do damage, man. Save some for me. Hold up. I'm trying to do damage. Save some for me. Vortex. Typhoon. Yeah, hold up. Save some for me. That's rude. That's rude. I like it when my team in Gambit does less AoE damage. Because the less AoE damage they do, the more damage I do. So I'm just going to go chain in now. Let's pray that nothing else pulls on the side there. Go like bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I gotta try to pad my own numbers here. This is me paying reparations for the fact that other people think Guardian Druid doesn't do damage. So now I'm on a mission. I'm like, bro, I can do damage. Like Guardian Druid, like let me just clap some numbers. All right. Some people want to clap cheeks. I just want to clap the details meters. I have priorities in life. What's the point in getting real life success when you could have success in World of Warcraft instead? I think that people misprioritize all the time. And they do this thing where they're like, yeah, but the real life is there after I turn off my PC. Well, it's an easy solution. Don't turn off your PC. Just do more dungeons. He's going to stop that, right? Uh-oh. Oh, that was the most amazing cap totem I think I've ever seen in my life. You see that cap totem there? I was about to pull it, actually. Actually, we can just pull it for pad numbers anyways. So we wait for the Incarn. We wait for the Incarn now. Yeah, we can skip the Giant and do this because it's technically more overall damage. Vortex. So we don't want the Giant if possible. If it ends up pulling, that's fine, but let's do this. Yeah, guys, wait, hold up. Can my team stop doing as much damage? I'm in my Incarn window. I would like this to live longer, please. Let the fish sticks go. We gotta pad our numbers. We gotta pad our numbers. What do they think they're playing? European rugby? I'm trying to play American football. I need my padding. I need the padding, dude. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be too soft and squishy. You know, one of the most masculine things about me as a person is that I actually enjoy American football. No joke, no cap. I genuinely enjoy it. I think that it's a very fun game to watch. It is probably the only sport that I actually enjoy watching. Yep. I'm not going to lie, I don't want to offend people, but I'm on one today. I had a weird day yesterday. So today, I'm just going to send some takes, okay? You ready for this? I'm not even going to lie to you. This is not a hot take. This is an ice cold take. It's the most true take, but no one says it out of fear. Soccer kind of is boring to watch. Like, nothing really happens in soccer. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, and soccer, by the way, is football for everywhere else in the world that is not America. I'm just, with respect, it's so nothing happens. They run up and down the field. They score like every so often, maybe if you're lucky. I mean, they'll do like a thing every now and again. It's like I am impressed by their ankle stability. But it's not like it's just there are other sports you could watch. Like I just don't. Oh shit, the Giants right there. Oh, we haven't pulled the Giant yet. We haven't pulled it. Nice. Okay, go, 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 go. He hasn't pulled yet. Nice. That was really close. I'm surprised he didn't pull. I'm not going to lie. Some goals? Yeah, some goals are cool to see, but that doesn't mean all the goals are cool to see. I don't know. I'm not a soccer enjoyer. I like football. Football's cool. Football involves like brain power and like it's kind of like chess but physical. It's like, whoa, that was a good hit, etc. But like soccer, I don't know. The one thing I will say is I've also never been a fan of the drama club high school stuff. So that's probably why I don't like soccer. Like, with respect, the real reason I don't like it is probably just because I don't like the acting. They're like, yellow card. I'm like, oh, I like yellow too. And they're like, blue card. And I'm like, oh, I like blue too. But they're not talking about the numbers. They're like, what? Unless you bet your life savings on the match. Yeah, well, that's one way to make it entertaining, I suppose. Yeah, I guess if you find adrenaline entertaining, you could certainly do that. That does make sense to me. I see the Lux, you're absolutely correct. If you bet your life savings on a match, then yeah, that sounds like a entertaining time to me. Can't go wrong with that. I'll just tank these guys. The healer will have to do the thing. All right, I'm over here. I'll just roar. Boom. Do you guys actually enjoy watching it though? Am I offending people right now? I don't mind offending people because I think the take, you know what I mean? What about rugby? Rugby is just American football, but slightly less cool. There's not rugby. Granted, heavy respect. Like I could never play rugby in a million years, but rugby is just American football with like slightly less intelligence. Because it's just any sport that's basically like nonstop. Like it's the fact that you have time to call plays in American football. Because you pause, and then you have to make a play, and it's like this gigantic chess game of an inception thing of like, are they gonna do this? Are they gonna do that? Like, how are we gonna counter it's like all this cool stuff. Do. There's a lot of complicated rules. That's true. That's a fair point. I think maybe American football is too complicated for people to understand that haven't actually seen it before. Maybe that's true. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's the reason that American football is not as popular, or like people like regular football more, is just because can be very difficult to understand. Oh, my thrash stacks sad. Because it's actually complicated, because it requires some brain power. Yeah, I could see that argument. That's fair. Also, by the way, so today I'm not streaming for too long. You want to know why? Because I'm going to sign the lease for a house. After stream today, I'm going to sign the lease for a house. So if I make a bad take today, just know that I am terrified, afraid, not naked, because that's not allowed, but also just afraid. It's very scary, man. Congrats, thank you. But it's also very scary. Like, I'm not a person, I don't limit my life by fear, but at the same time, like, you know? I don't like stopping myself because I'm afraid of something. Because I am the sort of person who will go skydiving. Like, I'll do it. But also, like, I don't pretend that I'm not afraid. I don't handle fear by pretending I'm not afraid. I just embrace the fear entirely. That's kind of the thing. That's how I prefer to handle things. Hi, Lala. Have you guys ever lived in a house? Do people actually have that experience? Do you guys live in houses or like... I feel like it's not as common as it used to be, obviously. This is on deaths overall. Let's change this to damage. Keep in mind, this area is the one area, because of the build I'm playing, I can die here. I shouldn't technically, but I can technically die. If I'm not careful and I'm not a little bit aware, this area could end me. You own a house? Goddamn. Really, Sled? Have you ever regretted it? Did you buy the house or was it like passed down to you? Like, do you ever regret it? I feel like more people live in a house than... Maybe it's just a Thailand thing. Like, obviously, condos are very popular in Thailand. You own a house. We're not buying the house. To clarify, you also own a house and you love it. Okay, this one, to clarify, not buying, just renting, which to me is still very scary. Because some people earn the monies where it's like... Oh, yeah, we're going to buy a house. But I've never had a bank account that said, oh, we should buy a house. I've never really had that. I don't believe in that. Personally. Like, for my life, I've always prioritized kind of like living and experiences. So my savings does not say, you should buy a house. That's what gave it me. Do you think even in Thailand, the majority of people... What about Bangkok? How about not Thailand, but actually just Bangkok? We can chain this in now. I shouldn't have Lunar Beam there. So we're going to go like this. I'm going to cap form for a second, and they're not going to hit me because I'm out of range. Just to get a little bit of Lunar Beam CDR back. We can double this. I prefer a single than a double in this area. I don't have Incarn, though, and I am playing a slightly squishier build, but it's only a 15. So we're just going to go here. If it's just Bangkok, that's true. I think it's important. You always remind me. Thailand is not Bangkok. Bangkok is a city in Thailand and an activity that some people like to do. But it's not actually a representation of the entire country. It's the best decision, I swear. I was scared until I started. Really? I like space. I know that I like space. I think I'm really excited. Obviously, the most important thing for me living in a house is not just the actual house, the physical location, but the idea of being in a relationship and actually sharing your life with somebody is very appealing, but also fucking terrifying as well. Like, I don't think you can have something that's genuinely exciting without being genuinely scary. Personal belief system. I don't think it's possible to be actually super massively excited about something without having some fear. I think that there has to be fear involved in decisions that are genuinely exciting. Does that make sense? Because they're the same feeling. Like, I think that people don't know this. Excitement is just fear in disguise. Or vice versa, fear is just excitement in disguise. They're not different. They are literally, they're basically the same emotion, just with different context applied. That's why, like, you have the adrenaline junkies who are like, oh my God, you know what I'm going to do? Skydiving. And people are like, why would you go skydiving? And it's like, because exciting, right? Oh, my shaman gust of wind. He might get eaten by a shark. Can he get back here? We're going to drag the boss here. I'll get in position to res just in case. That was very funny, by the way. I saw that happen. Okay, so luckily that breath is good. He's back. All right, good job, Shaman. That was very funny. He didn't have water walking on his bars. Why no water walking? This one I might need help CCing, though, because he's in a slightly awkward position, though. I can in-cap these two. I can roar myself out. Nice, good job. Okay, that one is going to stay there. We're going to go back over to this corner. Hey, what's up? Zenzar sent you. Oh, you're friends with Zenzar. Zen told me, so he's known me now for over a year. That's crazy. Do you play World of Warcraft, Lala? This boss is the worst boss that has maybe not ever been decided, but is one of the worst bosses that has ever been designed for Mythic Plus. I hate this boss. Everybody hates this boss, but we did it. Good job. All right, let's go over to this corner now. We got to move around a little bit. I want to do some damage, my thrash stacks, etc., etc. Here we go. You got him into the game. Damn. That's history. So I'm talking to the OG. Interesting, interesting. What do you play in World of Warcraft? Okay, go back over here. The ads will spawn. We have some CC. No problem. Turn around. Oh, beautiful totem. Literal bis totem. Oh, I got it. You had a Prez Evoker constantly? Oh, damn. Yeah, I like Prez Evokers, though. Bad decision. That's all he plays now. Yeah, so the problem with WoW. Lala, I hear this. Okay, listen. Man, the problem with World of Warcraft, okay, is this. If you want to play World of Warcraft, you can only play World of Warcraft. It's like impossible to play this game and other games at the same time because it demands everything from you. If you want to be competitive in World of Warcraft, it demands everything from you. If you are not prepared to give everything to this game, you should not attempt to play it. You should not attempt to play it competitively. It demands everything. Fealty, loyalty, blood, sweat, relationships, ha, World of Warcraft. Showering, ha, World of Warcraft. Taking care of your skin, ha, just get deodorant. That's the nature of this game, right? Like, that's the problem with it. That's not healthy, but if you want it to be healthy, you shouldn't have decided to play World of Warcraft in the first place. And sometimes I struggle with this, by the way. Sometimes, because, like, I want to be healthy, right? Like, I care about my health. I don't take my health for granted. Yeah, we're basically all orcs in real life. Like, you might play a night elf or a blood elf, and you might pretend to be some, you know, pinnacle of charm and cleanliness, but you're not. You're not. You play World of Warcraft. Yep. You got to do what you got to do. It is what it is. Like, it's because the thing is, if you don't keep up with... Oh, my God. Was that a rift? Actually, that's okay. Everybody releases. We still got time easy. No problem. Let me just kill this star over here. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. I wish you all the best. Thank you, Dabsy. Again, even if... So, basically, look, if people think I'm funny, excellent. If people don't think I'm funny, that's also okay. But I definitely have a very specific sense of humor. I ask you a question. I ask thee a question. Have you ever laughed on my stream before? Like, have I ever made you laugh? Genuine question, actually. I literally mean that. Like, I'm actually asking. All right, rough. Apparently, the answer to that question is no. Unfortunate. Oh, yes? Okay, fantastic. That's good. That's good. That's good. Rift. Oh, I would have kicked that at the last second. Okay. Timer is a lot tighter now. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Here we go. One more time. I'll pay slightly more attention. Okay. So, if the one thing to understand is this, that is because you, like me, are a social degenerate. But when I meet people in real life, they're not social degenerates. And so it turns out that if you're surrounded by the right people, you're funny. But if you're surrounded by the wrong people, then you're just weird. I've learned this the hard way. Because since I started streaming, I've gained a lot of social confidence. Because I'm like, wait a second. People tend to like my jokes. Like, oh, I might actually be okay. Like, I might be a little funny. All right, I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny guy. But then I go outside and I tell a joke and people are like, yo, bro, what the are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, wait, are you? And they're like, yeah. You, need to talk about it? I was like, talk about it? Boy, would I love to. But it's just, there's this kind of miscommunication, I would say, that occurs. And that's just because I'm not surrounded by the right people. It's one of the reasons I like streaming. Genuinely. Because it's remember the story of Sarah? Do you remember the story of Sarah, the girl who grew up around all the cannibals? All right, you might not know this story. Allow me to explain. Imagine you're Sarah, okay? Imagine you're Sarah. Now, you grew up in some village, country undisclosed. Doesn't matter where. But you grow up in some village, and where you grow up, cannibalism is not only very common, but it's the accepted practice. Basically, everybody eats everybody. And you're like, okay, so you grow up. You're a little Sarah. And your family is like, oh, we're so happy. Sarah's a year old. We're going to feed her a toe. Like, and then Sarah's like 2 years old. We're like, oh, it's time for the finger, whatever. I don't really know how cannibals work, to be honest. It's not how I grew up. But let me just put it this way, okay? Undisclosed location. Okay. But one day Sarah grows up. She's a little older now, and she says, Mama, Papa, I don't want to eat people no more. And they go, why? What's wrong? What did we do wrong? What happened? You know, like where as parents did we fuck up? Because this is not normal behavior. Our child doesn't want to eat people. And then the whole village gets involved because Sarah continues this behavior. They tell her, Sarah, snap out of it. Of course you want to eat people, just like everyone else. But then she continues to not want to eat people. So all of a sudden, you're in this situation where Sarah is incredibly weird. She's an outcast. She doesn't want to eat people. And people are like not happy about this situation. Okay. So then the village gets involved. The village chief comes and he's like, I think Sarah might have some problems. At the end of the day, you know, we're going to try this treatment, et cetera, et cetera. But Sarah basically grows up. She's a total outcast. She doesn't have any friends. Everybody thinks she's super weird. She has all these problems. But all Sarah wants to do is not eat people. If she stayed in that village her entire life, she would think that she has a significant problem, no? Like there's something wrong with Sarah. That's just because those are the people she's around. That is her environment. That's her feedback. That's the input that she gets. But if Sarah lived anywhere else, almost anywhere else, Sarah would be praised for this behavior, no? Right? Wouldn't she? They would say, wow, so proud of you for, you know, standing up for yourself and not wanting to eat people, even though this is where you grew up. And so our environment shapes morality, but also whether or not you feel respected or whether or not you feel like an outcast depends heavily on the people you surround yourself with. I have learned that the hard way. I'm a little different, but I'm not that different. Like, I'm different, but I'm, like, acceptably different, depending on who I'm around. Because there are some people who would say I'm unacceptably different. You know what I mean? That's my rant about Sarah, by the way. I'll go over here. That was close. Easy reposition, no problem. Hi, Tuller. How's it going? Are kind of weird. That's the thing, though. If I'm your kind of weird, then I feel welcomed because I'm just being myself. But if I'm not your kind of weird, then I feel unwelcomed. That is not a reflection on whether you are weird or not. It's just, it depends on who you're around. I can tank this watch. Let's Giga Bear. Ooh, easy. Do. My overall damage got a little bit inted here, obviously, because we had those wipes. But otherwise, I feel like bear damage here, not bad. Gambit, like doing this much damage in Gambit feels pretty solid, though. Considering we had the wipe and my brand reset and stuff, I feel like this is pretty good. If my brand didn't reset, I would be ending this around 5 mil overall, which is actually really solid for Gambit. It's not bad, at least. I'll go far. Boom. Do you prefer Gambit for sure. Streets is, I think, the actual most anti-fun key this entire season. Whoa, there's two. Careful, defensive. Everybody knows. Nice. Or that was a Lumathar trinket, actually. Nice job, healer. A Gambit is much better. The second boss is kind of annoying, but honestly, there are some fun pulls. It's a solid dungeon. It doesn't feel unfair. Second boss, like I said, kind of annoying. Streets is just... There's 5 bosses. It's a ton of single target. We ended up going left this season instead of right. It's kind of anti-fun. There aren't that many fun pulls. It's not the best key to DPS. There's RP that you have to wait for. Yeah. So, like, don't get me wrong. Second boss does suck in Gambit, but it doesn't outweigh the fact that the rest of the dungeon is decent. Like, Gambit is fine as a dungeon. It's just the second boss sucks. Whereas Streets as a dungeon is actually terrible. The first area on streets is okay. Because there's still some fun pulls. But in terms of just the fun factor, I think that streets is not a good dungeon. If that makes sense. One more phase here. Yo, what's up, Kato? Chill on the streets? Well, what can I say? I've had a lot of experience. And so I'm very passionate about the streets, you know? I'll go this one. There's going to be another one. Careful, careful. Defensive. Defensive. Everybody has a turtle. This, whatever. Spell reflect. Ooh, that's okay. Oh, there's another one. Now we have to be very careful here. Hold up. Good luck. Big defensives. Nice job. We have reses. No problem. We time the key like this. Here we go. I see where everybody else does Gambit. Yeah, but it's also just think about like a DPS player. You get to absolutely smash the first pull. First pull's not that hard. It's not that complicated. There's only a few casters, a few mechanics, etc., etc. So, like, and as a tank player, you get to do more damage. As a healer, you kind of get to the healer. Healing the first area is pretty easy, etc. GG's. You know what I mean? Nice, nice. Good key. Good key. You never get to play DPS. You play Resto Shaman, right? Yeah, if you're a good healer and a tank, unfortunately, you will never get to play DPS because everybody's going to be like, can you tank? Can you heal? Etc., etc. No one ever, you never actually get to do the thing. Unfortunately, right? Ba-ba-ba-boom, ba-ba-boom. I feel like this DPS is not bad. My healer was absolutely owning too. Hey, Pickle. Are you Little Pickle? Wait, not do you have one? That's a rude question to ask. I meant, do you... There's a person from my stream from a long time ago. They used to have really cute dogs, and their name was Little Pickle. And I always remember them because I had a dog named Little Pickle. No, listen, because no, I had a dog and her name was Pickle. Oh yeah, do you guys... Wait a second. Dark Room After. What are we listening to? Kitty, it's your playlist. The music should be ambiance. It shouldn't be a flex stream. Okay, wait, hold up. This music should be chill. Is it too loud? What do you think about the music today? It's a perfect name for a dog, actually. Pickle. Pickle was very cute. She was an adorable dog. Let me go find a photo of Pickle. Goddamn. We used to foster dogs. So, not anymore. My life is going to be, so I'm getting the house, right? Very, very exciting. Yeah, I'm getting the house, so that's all good. But the thing I'm really excited about is a dog eventually. I gotta find a photo of a Little Pickle. She's so cute. All right, here we go. Sure. But I do have to do my serratus work. Serratus is this muscle here. Thank you. The problem with wanting to get bigger muscles is that it also means you have to eat a lot, and also that means you have to say goodbye to your abs for a little bit. So my abs are not exactly in the best state that they've ever been in, but at the very least, I am absolutely eating some crazy calories right now. Well, you know what a good way to make sure that you're eating enough? I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a little piece of technology here. This is some tech about life. This is some real life tech. Not World of Warcraft tech, but real life tech. Yeah. Dating somebody who cares about you, you'll always have a snack. But also, in particular, like if they like cooking, they'll just feed you. And for some reason, it's easier. Like if you struggle with eating a lot, it's much easier to eat a lot when the food is just kind of placed in front of you. Like when you have to make it yourself, you're like sitting there, you're like, oh, it's a lot of food. Like, I don't know if I can eat all this. But when somebody just places the food in front of you, you're like, oh, okay. And then you just eat all of it. And you're like, that was 2,500 calories. Fantastic. So, yeah. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to do 16 Aura. Aura is kind of a lame key. Can I bring my warrior if we're doing, I guess, yeah, let's see. Let me see. Currency. I need how many more crests? A little bit more. I could craft a ring, but there's not much left. I could craft a belt or a ring. There's not that much left otherwise. It's just like a belt or a ring, and then my druid is just got, replace the jewelry pieces, hope for a good vault, etc. Today is Sunday. Like I said, I won't be doing a long stream today because soon I'll be going to get that house. Hey, saline. By the way, I'm gonna craft a waste probably after. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, saline. Is your name Celine or Saline? Because if it's saline, I'd put you up my nose like twice a day. That's what the doctor told me to do. Because I had the flu. I went to the doctor the other day, and they were like, you have like the sinus problem, so you have to. Celine. Okay, so to clarify, I do not put you up my nose constantly. That's important to know. Then in that case, I do not saline. I do not do that. Got you. We stopped cooking 6 years ago. Barely anything warm since then. Say the medical reasons. Fair. 15 Priory on a shaman. I don't really. I mean, I'll just kind of do whatever. It's fine. I'll just play one more key on the Guardian. I'm from AI. Oh, what's up, Brazilian streamer? Yeah, I know AI. I haven't seen him in a long time, though. I feel like I haven't run into him in a long time. I've played with him a few times back in the day, Celine. And he taught me some Portuguese. Do you remember this? Wait, do you remember what he taught me? Because I learned some good Portuguese from him. Now, if I ever go to the country, I can feel confident. Damn, you got 19 floodgate. Good luck on 19, man. Good morning, Onos. How's it going? How's it going? English from the streets. Yep, that's right. He learned English from the streets, and I learned Portuguese for the hood. I learned hood Portuguese. I learned bad Portuguese. Yeah. Try to find a 15 eco later. I think eco is chill if you can get into it. It's hard to find. Yup, I learned bad stuff. I learned stuff that I could never ever say again. How are you recovering? Slowly but surely, yeah. I went out yesterday to socialize. It was really fun. I got to play like a massive VR thing early on. That was kind of cool. But then the problem was, so I got to play like a really cool VR arena, and that was fun. So I got to hang out with one group of friends and stuff. Looks like this. You get to choose. I guess I have to decide if I'm playing alts today or just do one more bear. I don't know, Heal. You can choose whatever. I'm fine with whatever. I'm gonna do one more bear key. It's hilarious. 10 gets invited for legit everything. At that key level, yeah. Once you get higher than that, it can get kind of tough. No, I don't want to do 16 aura because I want to do a key we're going to complete and not wipe on. So I don't mind doing like a 14 or a 15. I just don't want to. Yeah, no, 16 aura you can lose, and then I'll feel bad because then I won't get to complete the key, and I need to farm out the crests because I'm behind. So I don't want to do like a key that you can wipe on. Yeah, let's do something chill. I can't stand it. I cannot stand playing Looking for a Group Simulator. I feel like this penguin puts up with a lot. Yeah, 14 flood is fine. We could do that. Sure. I would say he likes it, but he doesn't. I just do it because, like, you know, like the little flapping sensation? You know what I'm talking about? This one right here. Look. This one. This is one of my favorite sensations ever. It's one of the best textures known to mankind. It's like fuzzy, furry, but also you get to have this like flapping sensation. It's stuff like this that confirms the autism diagnosis. All right, let's do 14 flood, sure. Yeah, Tuller, yeah. I do the same to my dogs. Dude, if your dogs are chill with it, doing it to the ears of a dog, this is why I want a dog with big enough ears. It's like the most pleasing thing. It's amazingly pleasing. Oh, that's fine. Let's just go run. Let's just do it. I guess I need, like, at least one more for my vault on the druid. Yeah, like, one more here. What's the 17 we did? I don't remember this. I think it was Gambit earlier. Mm-hmm. Lala, wait, you have dogs? Wait, hold up. What dogs do you have? Hold up, back up. What dogs do you have? I am now interested and invested in this conversation. I already was, but now I'm extra invested into this conversation. Also, Sock Brotees, I have a question for you. To be or to lift? That is the question. Or do you have any bro knowledge that you can give to me? Your name is Sock Brotees, so I feel like you've probably got some stoicism that I could use. You know what I mean? The Kick era over already? Oh, I got banned on Kick. Random. Yeah, I mean, they haven't responded to my appeal. It's been like 10, 12 days or whatever. I sent them a few emails, but I was banned there. That's why I'm not on Kick anymore. So, unfortunately over. Yeah? Not intentionally over. He'll invite you. What are we doing? 14? I'll list it. Yeah. It's okay. And nothing. It was a genuinely honest mistake, and there's nothing I can do about it. 14 halls listed. There you go. Put my name. You can find it easy. Yeah. Think about what my favorite tactile sensation is. I think the dog ear is a close one. They don't let you make a new account. So making a new account would be tough. You want to take the Shadow Priest? Does he need this for anything? I mean, we could take a Shadow Priest. I don't mind. So if I wanted to put in like months and months of effort, I can make a new account, but you have to get partner for it to be worth it to stream on there. And obviously I still have my Twitch and my YouTube and stuff like this, and like I said, at the end of the day, I stream because I love it. It is unfortunate because it made a lot of extra money and helped with stuff, but it's not a requirement. Like, it's okay. Money can be replaced. We could just take this priest. Oh, the pharaoh left. Let's take this priest, and then maybe somebody else who needs the key, or we could take somebody. I mean, like, see, here's the thing. Like, I would take somebody who needs the key, but then look, you have a 715 warlock. He already has this timed. He's 6 out of 8 mythic. Like, do I not just take the warlock? It feels kind of almost weird, you know? We could play a little caster comp. Why not? Yeah, it's fine. I'm not that worried about it. I do hope. So it basically, though, random. It's a good question. I will, if they listen to my appeal, then I'll go back to multi-streaming, but I don't like the fact that they could just take everything basically without warning, without anything. Like, I just woke up one day, went to stream, and I was just like, oh, okay. I don't really like the fact that that existed because I didn't really break the rules. Like, there was a misunderstanding, and that's my bad. But I was brand new there, and I felt like a warning would have been more called for. Like, to straight up, to basically just be like, nope, everything's gone. And they took everything. It was like, wait, what? Like, what did I do? I didn't even know what I did. I had to ask them. I had to, like, ask them in an email and clarify. I was like, may I know the reason for this? And then it was just kind of a weird scenario. Here's the thing. I'm not confrontational. I will stand up for myself. I have worked way too hard in my life to get where I am today in order to compromise that in literally any way, shape, or form, right? So, but I mean, for me personally, I have worked way too hard for my health, for my happiness, for my joy, for everything that I have. I don't fight back unless there's meaning to fighting back, because there's no point. If it's meaningless to, like, if somebody starts an argument with me and I can clearly tell that me fighting back is not going to do anything, then I'll just take it because it doesn't affect me. Like, I'll sleep fine and I won't think about it twice. So I am no one's punching bag, but for sure, one skill I have that I'm very good at is, like, if you're yelling in my face, I can just stand there and be like, okay. Like, clearly, if somebody is yelling at you, like, there's no point in trying to talk to them. So you just let them yell. That being said, when people take action against me, I don't like to. I don't like drama. I don't want to. I don't want to have to. I don't want to. I don't want to like be super wicked stressed trying to solve it. So I'll just remove myself from this scenario. This happened yesterday in real life. This happened in real life yesterday because I was over socializing with some people and someone got a little drunk and they hit me, and I was just like, bro, what? Like, he was a little drunk and he hit me, and I was like, okay. So but like in that scenario, right? Like I don't hit back because that's not going to accomplish anything. I'm not worried that I couldn't take him in a fight. It's not anything to do with that. It's just like stunned, think for a second, what should I do here? And the right thing to do is to leave. So I just was like, okay. And I just got my stuff and I left. I didn't say a word. There was no need. Everybody knew somebody was in the wrong. And the right thing to do in that scenario was literally just to go, all right. And so I left. What key are we doing? Halls of Atonement. I'll port over. And yeah, like that type of stuff. I'm proud of how I handled those scenarios. That doesn't make me upset. But it does mean, obviously, I won't go back and put myself in that scenario. Like, I won't go back to hang out with those people. I have too much. I have salty. Holy. Goddamn. Oh, oh my God. Oh, that was so salty. Why is the bottom of this so salty? What the? Like the fucking ocean. Oh, I had a favor to ask. I was gonna tell people this. So, all right, hold up, 26. Okay, so, I was thinking one thing that I could do though, random, and in general, one thing I could do, I think that would help stream a lot is like, what if I, like when I stream, right? There's a bunch of funny clips that just happen naturally. What if I made like a YouTube or something where I put those clips? I thought this was a really smart idea. The problem is that I forget everything I say after I end stream. So I don't remember what I should go back and clip. So I have to try to make notes during stream, which is a great goal, but I also forget every time. So if something happens, I'm supposed to remember so I can go back and clip it so that I can put it, and it would be a funny thing to do. But the problem is, so like, yeah, if I accidentally, like, I don't know why this like everything collected at the bottom, whatever it is. So what's a stream deck? The thing is, Socrates, what is a stream deck? I've heard people talk about this before, but no, the only thing I have is a tech deck. You know, those little things you basically, you know what I mean? You go like, like this, the little skateboards, like the mini skateboards, and if you're really lucky, you have somebody and you can like drive it on their butt, and they're like their butt's there, and you just go like woo, or like maybe they have like boobs or something, you're like woo, that little tech deck. Yeah, what's up? Hold up, let me allow this. Elgato Stream Deck. All right, let me copy this. What you're talking about? This? What is this? Have a button that will timestamp your stream or click a part of it. Okay, so I should get that, but is it easy macro stream buttons? I have one and I love it. Oh, one of these things. Oh, that's expensive. No. That is expensive. I'm gonna go with I'll just have to figure it out. Now, how about this? I can't probably buy that, but that's a fingerboard. Oh my God, I had one. Yeah, the little tech decks. That's what I'm talking about. The little skateboard thingies, the little mini skateboard and stuff. Well, no, sorry, I'm buying a potion. I didn't have a flask. Alchemical Chaos. No, I didn't, because you know what I'm talking about? Hi, Snoop. No, you know what I'm talking about, though? The little fingerboards, the little thingies? You could probably set up Nightbot to let... So I thought, can't you guys clip right now, or is there a limit behind clipping? Can you guys clip at the moment? If you want to clip something, here, I'll give you something to clip. No, I got anxious. I'm sorry. I was gonna say something nasty, but then I got anxious, so I didn't say it. My bad. I'll get it. I'll get it soon. You gotta let me. You gotta be. It's gotta be natural. I can't force this stuff, right? I don't like. I can't force the awkwardness. It just happens naturally. Whenever I try to force the awkwardness, I go normal. It's like a negative into a negative equals a positive. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what I'll do. So like sometimes I could watch back my streams, but normally I don't have time to do so. But yeah, I was thinking that's probably a good idea, and I should do that. That seems like a really smart idea. I've seen other people do it, and I was like, I am not exactly the most prideful person. I'm happy to learn from the success of other people, and that is 1000% a better idea. Like that's like is so good to have that. But I like from today, I have made a grand total of one note because I forgot the entire day to do this. So the only note that I've made is salty moment at whatever this time slot is. And then I remembered, and then I told you guys about it. So here we go. Boom. I vortex, and then I typhoon, and then I go like this. Woo! And then I don't stand in the sin quakes because that will probably still kill me even at this level. And I go like this, and I go like this. Boom, ba-da-ba-boom. Still on a mission to prove that Guardian Druid can do damage. Guardian Druid's gonna do some damage. He should actually give me PI. I've seen a lot of interesting routes. I still kind of like my route for this place, to be honest, but I have seen a lot of really cool routes that people have been coming up with, and I've been wondering about customizing my own halls route. If I was gonna do this on like a 18, I would probably consider it. So, for example, there is a gigapole that you can decide to do here, but I kind of like doing this area in 2 poles. This is a 14, so I really shouldn't be over pulling it, but I trust the healer in here because he's kind of giga. He's kind of here. I don't know if he just needs Vault or Crest or whatever, but we have no DK, and no DK here is sad. Like, there are some people who over-exaggerate not having a DK in their life. There are some people who under-exaggerate it. In general, WoW players don't exactly have a lot of DKs in their life. That's okay. You'll get there eventually. There's other fish in the sea type stuff. But it is not an exaggeration in this dungeon. This feels terrible. Like, no one's coming out to kick this. So, this feels really bad. This is probably one of the dungeons where you're, like, really hoping for that. Yep. My healer was working overtime. I wanted to Vortex Typhoon if he got closer, but he was actually so far away. No problemo. Now, this is like so one of the things that people don't understand about DPS as a tank is that your route has a lot to do with how much DPS you're actually going to be able to put out. So whether or not you pull funnel, how fast things die in AoE, etc., that has a massive amount to do with how much overall damage you do. So if we have to sit there and kill an obliterator, or if, for example, if this shard guy gets, if he lives at 30%, 40% when all these other little guys die, I do less overall, right? But likewise, if he is at 80%, I do even less. But if he's at 10% and it all dies kind of on time, then I do more damage. Because my damage is AoE. Like, I do a lot more damage in AoE, of course. Right? Yep. So I will say that parsing as a tank is a very strange thing. It's not... I never really look at tank parses because there's a lot of tank players who have the mentality in World of Warcraft where they just think, I don't need to do damage, I'm a tank. That is an absolutely fine mentality to have, but it's not the way that I play the game. It's not my preference. Like, I like to min-max my character, so for me, it's very important that I get to do big numbers, big damage, right? But I understand if other people don't really play the game like that. I can Vortex Typhoon. Oops, those beast casts went off. I'll SI. I'll stay in the pool to do damage, but actually there are 4 dogs in this pool, so I'm just going to go back to Barkskin here, and I am not exactly playing the best build to deal with some enraged doggos. I do like doggos, though, and I think I speak the language of doggos. I'm learning how to speak the language of cats. Yo, I have a question. Wait, hold up. Sorry, I have a question. If I said, Tuller, if I said, can you clip stream? Can you not clip stream? You're able to clip, right? Like if I told you, hey, can you clip this moment? Would you be able to do that? There's no like rule or anything that says you can't, or like some weird thing, like if you're not subscribed or something. As far as I know, you can just face tank. I mean, even on a hierarchy, Bear is really good at face tanking the Enrage cast. I was doing it on PTR very high up. Would you like to choose my rant for me, Kitty, or am I choosing my rant? Fair redeem. I honor redeems. I honor redeems. I legit have no idea how to clip. I don't even know how to explain it. Basically, you clip. Oh boy. You could choose your own rant today. Yeah, I'll choose. Okay, so here's my rant. Here's my rant. Here, like this, like this. My rant is this. I think that too many people want to win instead of get the result that they're looking for. I think way too many people have the mentality that the goal in life is to win. And that's just not actually the case. If your goal is to be joyful or even happy, then winning is not the goal. I think that in general, people in arguments, for example, with your wife or your husband, if you are so lucky to be married, with your significant other, with your friends, oftentimes we go into situations and we think, how can I win? Instead of, how can I find a resolution that will actually accomplish the goal? Because most of the time, an argument occurs not because somebody is right or wrong. Right or wrong has very little to do with it. There's a miscommunication of some kind, and slash or an overwhelming amount of emotion. And it's just like, I think that people get this wrong all the time, and I think it absolutely destroys relationships. Genuinely. I think it's probably one of the most destructive mentalities that I see people have. And I wish that more people would stop trying to, like, we try to win, and you gotta take a step back and go even further in this, because the reason that people feel the need to win is because life constantly beats you down, and you feel as though you need to have some foothold, you need to have some way to stand up in life and say, hey, I am not a punching bag, or like, I have to be right. Like, my ego depends on this. But I don't hate using that word. People, whatever. It's just, you find the need to protect yourself against life. And one of the ways that you do that is by saying, I have to be right. Because if I'm not right about this and I know nothing, then what am I doing here, man? It's kind of like about WoW. You could take this into WoW, for example. Boss, hold up. This is funnel for boss. You don't have to kill this here. They probably will in a 14, but you know you're not supposed to actually fight this here. This is just boss damage. So the idea, though, is pretty simple. Like, do you know what I mean? Do we want those guys? I haven't actually been taking them in my route, but you totally could. Like, they're pretty easy, and they're not bad. I don't really mind playing them for fun. Whoop, why are there more groundskeepers in here? We can play a few of them. Why not? It should be fun. Oh, we have no DK to grip that backcaster. There are some extra groundskeepers in here. But yeah, that's my rant, actually. And I'm thinking about this because yesterday, like I said, I was in an environment where somebody got frustrated. They had a lot of emotions. Oh my God, they're oh boy. Yeah, this isn't supposed to happen. Hey, hold up. Hey, wait, hold up. Somebody explain to me what I did wrong. Why did the collectors respawn? Oh, because... Do you have to fight them before? I never actually pull them. They're not part of my route. Out of curiosity, do they have an infinite respawn glitch? They always do that? I'm fiery. I'm fiery if there's a result or a reason to be. Oh, I didn't move. I'm sorry. Wait a second. Oh, so they just respawn? But do the other ones give percentage? Because that's kind of a permanent funnel hack on the boss, no? You can just keep fighting them. I mean, they're not that bad. This is a terrible spot. That's my bad. I'm sorry about that. Ooh. Oh, they reset. Oh, that's not good. Whoop. The boss spawns Oh, I see. So they just reset when the boss spawns. I see, okay. I'm planting. Let's go. I've never actually pulled them. I just kind of decided to YOLO it today and just go like, oh, why not? Let's do it today. No time like the present to learn some new things in a dungeon. If you're going to do it on 14, you might as well have fun with it. All good. All good. Yeah, I don't know. I think that they're not bad to pull. I know people have been pulling it since the percentage changes. It didn't make sense to pull them prior to that, but it's totally fine to pull them now. If you want them, you can totally take them. No, like the thing is, it's not that I don't feel fiery. It's like the right thing to do yesterday, for example, was just leave. Like, that was the correct course of action. There was no point, because I inherently believe, I guess my fundamental belief is that everyone's just trying to protect themselves because life is one big, scary, giant mess. So everyone's doing their best. Like, genuinely, no one wants to fail. Nobody wakes up and says, you know what I want to do today? Be super unhealthy, have all of this pain, have all of these problems, and also be depressed. And also, I would like a side of mental illness, please. Like, everybody's just fucking trying to do their best. Oh, whoops. That's not supposed to be here. Everybody's just trying to do their best, man. I know some people, you could say some people are just assholes, but the truth is, oh my God. But the truth is, that's not a good definition. Like, some people, it's not that they don't have consequences. Like, for example, so if somebody hit me yesterday, which they did, right? I won't go back. The consequence is that they've burned a bridge. But the consequence is, if I engage back, literally nothing productive happens. Did your DC heal full? Hold up. Nothing productive happens. Imagine that I try to engage back with that. Literally zero productive things happen. Did he DC you? Oh, no, he's here. Okay, let's go pull this in anyways. He just did the shout. I'll live. No problem. Up we go. So, yeah, there is consequences, but everybody knows that that was not, like, every single person who was there was like, oh my God. Right? It's not random. So the consequence is that the reputation is already fairly destroyed. Oh my God, the collector. All right, I mean, YOLOing dungeon routes is a little bit of an ups and downs, I suppose. This is a bit of a down moment, potentially. I'm getting tossed around. Oh, no, we can't say that. You know what I mean? Posture check? Yeah, that's fair. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's okay. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, yesterday. I was out socializing, right? And the thing is, I think I should go outside more, man. I think I should. We actually already have percentage. Could we just go? All right, let's just go. We already have percentage. Oh, look at this Giga route. I'll pull it's in the boss. I don't want to wait. It's going in the boss. We can fight two of them. It's fine. Don't worry about it. In the boss we go. I don't want to wait. Waiting is boring. Waiting is boring. If they wanted me to wait for this mechanic, you know what they should have done? Not made it. If they wanted me not to pull this into boss, you know what they should have done with this mechanic? Not made these gargoyles do what they do. It's that simple. Because I am here to tank a 14. I am not here to tank a 17. This is, actually, it might be IO for some people. But if we're here, I'm pulling these in the boss. It's called funnel. It's ethical prile funnel. But also, use a big defensive here, Warlock, or you are going to die. Hopefully, this doesn't happen. He died. Unfortunate. That's okay. He's alive now. Yeah, so here's the thing, okay? Yeah, I went outside. I was trying to socialize because I think he's good for me, man. You pre-saw that? Almost every single death in a dungeon. Actually, because what DPS don't do is they don't have unit frames. I swear some DPS players play without unit frames. I actually find this to be, I'm genuinely serious about this. Some DPS have zero awareness of what's going on in a key. But the reason they have zero awareness is because they're like, wait a second, you can see the cast on me? It's like, yeah, can you not see the cast on you? Like, do you not see the fact? Like, look at the bolt. It's on the Warlock right now. Can you not see the cast? I swear that's the number one. It's the reason that Priory is such an absolute pain to pug. Because people don't realize, they're like, oh, hey, look, 2 casts are on me. I should press a defensive. They just die and they go, oh, unfair key, unplayable, GG's Blizzard. It's like, no, not GG's Blizzard. It's get a unit frame and just press one of your many defensives. And because they'll walk into a pool and they'll press all their defensives or something without the cast being on them. And it's like, wait, you're not going to... It happens all the time. It happened, I was doing the Floodgate the other day, and somebody was like, man, this pull does so much damage. And I was like, no, they're surveyors. They do a cast on you. And then, oh, hi, Arson. Oh, Arson, we're playing with a Warlock right now. That's funny you say that. Arson, let me ask you a genuine question for you. Actual question. Do you have unit frames? And if we're doing a Priory and there are 2 casts on you, can you see them? Like, can you see on your frames, oh, hey, look, one smite, 1 fireball. Do you have a way to track that? I think my number one thing, nah, you don't have that? I think that's the one thing that healers and tanks, like, we have to have that. You just watch the cast bars. You should get the proper unit frames. It makes it so much easier. You gotta have it. It's every healer and tank is just like, please get this. Like, it's so impactful because that's like the number one reason that people have a hard time with keys. But you have pretty good awareness. Like, I remember at one point you would hit you would hit your buttons properly. But yeah, targeted spells is very, very impactful. Highly recommend, if you don't already have this, that you should get it. All good. Well, I hope you're having an absolutely giga fun time this season, Arson. I have been having this weird thing where I've been doing this thing where I take my legs and I go outside. It's a wild take. I'm cooking a little bit, but I've been doing this thing where I accidentally, on purpose, go outside and try to spend time with people. I was telling a story right before you came in where I went outside yesterday and I socialized with 2 different friend groups. Amazing. I basically reached my quota for the entire year. No, look, it's not overrated. At the end of the day, people need people. I know. You're a World of Warcraft player. You don't necessarily want to go out and socialize. You would rather stay in and have girt time with your cats. I understand. However, I do feel as though it's important. People need people. Like, we're not actually supposed to live life alone. Like, we're really not supposed... Like, that's not how it's supposed to be. So, at some point, I feel like we do have to find a way to have some sort of social connection. You know? It could be... Like, you can have real friends online, for what it's worth. People suck a lot. Yeah, so that doesn't... But that doesn't... That's not a... Even though that happened. So, yesterday, I hung out with 2 different friend groups. One of them basically, like, there was a guy who got a little drunk and he hit me. It wasn't that painful. It was just a very big shock. That's happened to me weirdly twice this year, actually. It happened, like, early this year, too, where somebody's girlfriend just got really, like, inebriated and just straight up, like, hit me across the... She slapped me across the face. I was like, I don't know, apparently I got a very hittable face. I didn't know that until recently. I started going out, and one of the first things I learned is that I have a very hittable face, apparently. But yeah, like, I make all my friends online because that is my preferred form of making friends. Like, for me, that's how I socialize much better when I'm in my home, in my space, doing my thing. But at the same time, it's like, I think that it would be healthy for me, and I should try, at least attempt it, to try to go out more, and reconnect, maybe with some old friends that don't do this. Like, don't play online or something like that, you know? So I'm trying. And I think it's also just healthy for me to, like, see... I think the sunshine is probably critical for our health. I don't really get enough sun. Even though it's hot in Thailand and all that, like, I just don't think I get this, though. Well, I mean, it's not physical touch, because, I'm hanging out with, like, friends. They're not, like, touching my thing-a-ling-a-ding-dong. Like, it's just friends, but... So it's not physical touch. It's just something about being in the physical presence of people. And / or I think that maybe feedback is important. like y'all are all weird, and that's good for me because I'm also weird. And like I was saying earlier, that means we can all get along. Yeah. So the fact that we all get along is very encouraging and boosts my confidence a ton. But I think that occasionally it's a good idea to actually step out and be with groups who don't just confirm what you already believe, like maybe challenge you on some stuff. I think that's important to like have conversations with people who have different opinions, or just things of that nature. I don't know. I'm not an expert at this. I'm just trying to do what's best for my mental health because that is ultimately pretty important to me, and I'd like to be a happy, joyful, productive person. So, doing the little things that I can do. The main thing is, like I said, I got the flu last week. I was feeling super sick, and I was just like, yeah, I gotta put my health first. And if I put my health first, it kind of means taking the time to do things that are actually beneficial for me, like physical therapy for my shoulder or whatever. But I still think that the reason I don't get invited to keys is because my biceps aren't big enough. So ultimately, physical therapy for my shoulder sounds great, but it's also overrated because what I should be doing is probably just getting bigger. I should just do bicep curls. That's what I think. Imagine doing some annoying exercise you have to do. But anyways, thanks for saying hi, Arson. Sorry the Priory did not go well. Big arms? Yeah, that's what I think. I think that is because, like, if I just had bigger arms, then I'd probably get invited to, like, the keys that I need. Hey, so, you gonna play Fellowship? When it comes out, are you gonna play Fellowship? I tried it. I think, my experiences in World of Warcraft recently have encouraged me to play Fellowship. Because I was just like sitting in queue trying to apply for stuff today, and I was like, hmm. This kind of fucking sucks. Hope y'all have a good one. Good night, JJ. It's not just the non-meta life. If it was about re-rolling, I could do it. It's about the fact that something has happened to the higher end of WoW. It's not that it hasn't always been like this, but it hasn't always been like this. The truth is, it hasn't always been like this. It's been like this for a little bit, but not always. And so it's a lot worse now than it used to be. I don't know. Maybe we've just changed as people. I had the Korthia rep done on like every single one of my characters that I played for the 2 sockets that barely mattered. But I don't know. Something's changed for sure. Default uniframes are also war crime. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I forgot. Not that. Not that. Not that. You don't really do voice chat for keys. How big of a role do you think that plays? Fairly large role. Big role, to be honest. Yeah. Not getting in Discord with people for sure is a massive thing. Hi, Suffer. How's it going? Do you... Suffer? No, it's just extra electrolytes, TH. No. Only in your keys? That's fair. I've been trying to make decisions for my mental health, which involves me going outside. I'm doing all this work. I'm taking care of myself. I'm being healthy, all that stuff. And then I wonder, I'm like, I'm doing all this work for like stress management, to be a happy, healthy person. I'm going to sign a lease for a house today. I've got a lot of things going on. Like, there's a lot of good stuff going on, you know? And then basically, I come home and I play World of Warcraft, which is sometimes stressful, and I'm not necessarily. What do you want the in real life? So notice it's not added. If you do exclamation in real IRL, if you do exclamation IRL, is there not a command for that? I thought Zen helped me with it earlier. Exclamation IRL. Yep, there it is. It's the idea is I'll do an in real life food stream where we go around Thailand and we basically just eat everything. Your title is the wrong. Oh, whoops. Yeah, just in real life, IRL. I think that could be a really fun stream, but what's going to happen is, like, it doesn't matter when, there's no rush for it, but basically people have asked, yo, can you just eat your way around Thailand? Absolutely, you can. I mean, I can't, but somebody can. Pugs will be the defiant to name my druid suffer. Do you play a druid? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there. It's 100% just a tough thing. It's a tough life to pug. Absolutely, you're correct. Walk it. Subscribed with Prime. Thank you. All right, there you go. So we're at 10 points today, by the way. So this is, so we're all, that's the thing. I will take from every sub, we get closer to the in real life goal. All right? We get closer to the in real life goal. Pugging is the absolute hardest thing, though, Suffer. Like, it kills the game, you know? King is paying forward the gift they got from WoW. Wait, that was a long time ago. Oh, thank you, King. Thank you for paying forward the gift. Wait, what's this? You want the ring? Oh, yeah, of course. You can have the ring. I don't need it. Good night. Good night, Pickle. Pickle, did you add me just now, by the way? Okay, thank you, guys. Listen, so that's 11. I'll put a little thing up, and you want to see food in Thailand. This is I'm telling you right now. I'll keep track. 11 out of 100 for in real life Thailand food stream. There you go. Thailand food stream. You are going to make somebody very happy. I think the stream will be a lot of fun. But do you know who you're going to make very happy? Because I can't be the one to eat all the food because digestive problems. But Kitty can. And I'm going to invite a friend. I'm going to invite Kitty. And she going to eat everything. How is it being gluten-free in Thailand? Okay, can I be honest with you, Lazy? There are two things I want to answer this. Number one is the polite way. But I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to answer it honestly. It fucking sucks. Because being gluten-free and being celiac are not the same thing. Allow me to explain. Gluten-free normally means like, when I have the glutens, like if I eat the breads, I look pregnant and it hurts and I get gassy and bloated and like, ow, right? Okay, that's like gluten intolerant. Like if you're like, I don't have gluten for health reasons or I get a little bloated. Celiac is like I get a fever and end up in the hospital and like super sick, like ridiculously sick for months. My entire body shuts down. Everything goes to shit. It's a completely different story. Like my immune system is shot. It's a completely different thing. Okay? It's not the same. These are not the same things. So, yeah. If you're just trying to be gluten-free in Thailand, then it's tough but doable. There are ways that you can there are certain things you just don't have because they have gluten in them. But celiac is tough because if you're you have to be gluten-free, as in you can't even have trace amounts of things. That's where it gets hard because soy sauce has gluten in it, fish sauce has gluten in it. Every single sauce that they use for any dish has gluten in it. So, for example, I can't have any rice outside because the sauce they use, Thai food is amazingly flavorful and wonderful, but they use sauce. The sauce has gluten. Right? Right, exactly. So if you're that type of celiac, I would say that Thailand is actually very, very, very difficult. Yeah. The Shadow Priest was a pumper. Yeah, he was good. He was blasting. Very rarely does that happen. Pickle, did you add me? I gotta actually keep track of it. 17 result. No. Did you add me, by the way? You ever see the gluten episode of South Park? No, I did not. I'm not a huge South Park. There you are, Pickle. Oh, what's this link? I made a clip for you. Oh, thank you. All right, perfect. There you go. Yeah. So, anyways, it's pretty hard just because of sauces. Like, the main reason is sauces. That is the reason that it's so hard. Nothing big, but you legit had 6 thrash multi-procs. Oh, yeah, that does feel nice. When you get those thrash, when you go boop, 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 and you do big damn, that does definitely feel nice. I don't think bear damage is low. I don't think bear damage is low at all. But it's not compared to warrior. I get it. Does that answer your question, though? Does that help clarify or answer the question about like being celiac here? I'm not saying so. There are certain things you should know. If you come here and you're celiac, just tell me, lazy, because I'll tell you where to go. Like there are places. There's a cafe that has amazing desserts that I used to eat at for my birthday. I won't eat there anymore just because I have other things that happen. But they have really good gluten-free products and you can trust them. There's a place I used to go there every year for my birthday that has really good stuff. What's up, Moxiv? Is a druid tank good for pug? What level keys are you talking about? I think in general, druid is a fantastic tank. It's hyper independent. It basically doesn't need healing. It's got a fairly good kit. And it's very, very sturdy and tanky. And its damage is decent. Like, it doesn't do bad damage, right? Like, it does good damage. But it's not considered the meta tank right now. So once you get into, I would say, like 17 plus, then it starts to fall off a little bit. People are going to start to want, like, the warrior or whatever. But ultimately, druid tank is good. And even at that key level, it'll be absolutely fun. Yeah, druid tank is solid right now. We can't see if the healer really had to heal me. Looks like he passed me a heal every now and again. But basically, not really. I was being lazy that key, that's why. Got my 3.2. Congratulations. Nice, nice, nice. I don't know, man. I just kind of want to play Fellowship. I sort of want, like, a new start. You know, I feel like I kind of just want to chill and play Fellowship. I mean, you have in-cap. I play War Stomp, and you have, like, a Vortex Typhoon. I still think, like, Brewmaster has effectively the same CC. Maybe Leg Sweep is slightly more OP, but, I mean, you don't have, like, that different CC than other things, technically. It's within reason, at least, you know? Game cursed me with $29.99. Oof, you'll get it soon. You'll get it soon. At least you still have a goal. Well, let me ask you a question, Suffer. So you're about to get 3K IO, yeah? Tuller, you're working on, you got Resil 14. So you guys are getting up there. Soap, you're 3.2. Turbo Boost is coming out. After that, do you guys continue? What is your goal? So, like, Turbo Boost comes out, and then what? You run it? No. For today, I just wanted to really play the Druid. I gotta go sign the contract for the house soon anyways. Legion Remix. Are you gonna play Legion Remix, Necro? Am I gonna play Legion Remix? I don't know. Part of me wants the bear form, I guess. I wonder. Part of me just wants a fresh start, Necro. I feel like I never got the IO, and I never got hooked up with the key community, you know, at, like, the past title range, so it's just hard, because it's hard to pug, especially I decided to play an off-meta tank, which is my fault. Trying to get on degen schedule so we can play. I will play with you, Soap, any day. I got Rizokis. You get Rizokis. Pusher 3.4. Have a new PB, and then likely Minecraft till midnight. Fair enough. Fair enough. I heard recently about a library in Minecraft that has all the works, etc. though. Make a physical comp. Bear doesn't even need a physical comp, dude. Bear doesn't need a physical comp. Like, you can play Bear with anything. It's honestly fine, Necro. Like, it doesn't have an issue with that. Mr. Dalgroth. Hi, Dalgroth. Hello. How are you feeling? How's your partner goal going? You close? What's up, Walk It? You had 3K yesterday. I did it to be ready for Remix. We have a guild server. So, like, are you playing Remix style? I feel like at a certain point, I'm just not sure if I'll play Remix. I never played Mop Remix. It wasn't my thing. Legion Remix, I'm slightly more interested in because I never got to play it, though. You tried Mega Bonk? That's a chilled game to relax. No. In general, I save the Mega Bonking for real life. But it doesn't happen that often. We got to push to plus 92s in Remix. Dal, I hope you're doing well. Dal is also a fellow Bear player. I believe his IO is significantly higher than mine, potentially. And he is trying to get partner on Twitch, which is well deserved. He is chronically online all the time. If you ever want to go watch another bear, he's chill. I gotta push plus 92s. Yeah. I just want to play. I like Mythic Plus. So I think I would like Fellowship. And I wonder if I just work hard in Fellowship and see if I just want to commit to that. What if I was a pro Fellowship player? You know, you like Mythic Plus? I do like Mythic Plus. Can't help it. You know, some people like Mythic Negative. Some people like Mythic Minus, but I'm not really a Mythic Minus enjoyer. Not my thing. What's up, Hados? Cutie. Thanks, Heis. I think we need another blindfolded M plus run. Oh, that was so cool, wasn't it? Yeah, that was awesome. I will do that, though. Any plans to do? Yeah, so Omelet King, actually, good question. I will do another in real life Thai stream soon, but I put it, it's going to be a stream goal because the one thing I did, the last time I did an in real life Thai stream, people were like, yo, we want to see you eat the food. And I was like, bro, you want to see what this mouth do? Like, okay. But the problem is that I have a bunch of food allergies, so I can't really eat the food. Yeah, like that's an issue, is a bit of a barrier to doing like a food stream in Thailand. Now, lucky for me, I know somebody who can eat all the food. And so what I'm going to do is, yeah, basically, exactly, correct, Omelet King. That is exactly what I'm going to do. And when there's absolutely no rush whatsoever, but it's whenever, so I will take $1 from every single sub, okay? I will take $1 from every sub and I will put it toward a fund, and that fund will basically pay for the in real life, the food stream, you know? So and we're at 11 out of 100. You can see the goal in the top left of stream. 11 out of 100. Every single sub, I'll take 1 from it. And then when we hit that, whenever we hit it, if it's a few weeks from now, a month from now, doesn't matter, then we will go and we'll do the in real live stream. And basically, yeah, so it's Kitty. Kitty is very excited about this because she just kind of gets a BIS scenario. Imagine your friend calls you. Imagine this. You get a phone call and you're like, yeah, if somebody gives 100 subs, we'll do it tomorrow. I'll make it work. Like, so like the thing is, imagine you get a phone call and you're like, hey, would you mind being on a video and you get to eat a bunch of free food and I'll basically get you whatever you want. Interested? That sounds like a fucking biz phone call. That's a good call. You want that call. So Kitty is very excited about this stream. She's emphatically excited. I was like, how much can you eat, by the way? She's like, I'll make it work. So, okay, I believe in you. When my in real life carry, I can give you a piggyback ride. I'll give you a piggyback ride, but I'm very uncoordinated. I have the coordination of this penguin, you know. You always flex. I don't mean to flex how dirt cheap it is, by the way. Who's the other bear tank you were talking about? Oh, Marinko, sorry, on Twitch. His name is Dalgroth. He has a YouTube channel, too. He posts some stuff. Dalgroth came to say hi. Let me find this Twitch. I'll link it for you. Okay. Comparatively, things are cheap here, but they still cost money. They're not expensive. Okay, so I should really clarify this because I think it's very important to... Things are financially affordable, but that doesn't mean they're free. Like, you still have to make a living and you still have to pay for things. Like, food is not cheap. If we go to a night market, I guess, like, things are a few dollars, you know? But I also imagine, like, I don't want to... You haven't seen my hair this long? My hair is long right now? No, it's not my hair. It's just my beard. Look, I'm a man omelet. Look. I have a mustache now. Like this. You see? It's not my hair. I think my hair is actually not that long at the moment, though. Bear tanks in action. Yeah, that's how you bear tank. Gonna have to dig deep for a Dragonflight of Woo photo to compare. Oh, you guys never saw me during the COVID days, right? You guys want to see a photo of what I look like during COVID? When I didn't get a haircut for like 6 months and I had a beard, that I I looked a lot more like a WoW player. All right, let me find a photo. I looked a lot more like a WoW player back in the day. Let's put it this way. A long time ago, in a time far, far away, I looked a lot more like I played World of Warcraft. All right. I'll put it in Discord. Give me a second. I'll put it in Discord, okay? Let me find it on my phone and I'll put it in Discord. It has to be, I'm very important, okay? It's very important that I don't send the wrong photo. This is critically important. I cannot send the wrong photo under any circumstances. Here we go. Thailand stuff. Uno momento, por favor. Collections. Favorites. I'm not going to send the wrong photo. It's a bad idea. If you guys want to see photos like that, just go to the Twitter. I posted a few things. Just go to Twitter. I don't do anything. I have been, I have been posting to social media. I've been using TikTok. I make a little TikTok every day. And I also use Instagram. I've been using both. I'm trying to, yo, hold up, wait a second. There's no Instagram? Insta. Oh, hold up. Hey, Soap, are you still here? Can you make an Instagram thing? I didn't know there wasn't that. I've been trying. It's not natural for me necessarily. I'm not really a social media person, but I've been trying. I've been doing my best. I think I post funny shit on Instagram, to be honest. I actually think my Instagram is hilarious, but I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with TikTok. I'm trying, but yeah, thank you, Soap. I really have to learn how. I don't know why I always forget that. But here, Heis, this is for you. There you go, Heis. Look, I'm trying. All right, let me find the bearded photo. 1 second. It's wild. Whatever you think it is, it's better than that, probably. I just think that we kind of assume that people look one way in their life, right? But actually, people can look like this. Here. Watch. I'll show you. You ready? Yeah, people can go through phases. Allow me to explain. Watch this. Thailand stuff. I'll show it on stream, don't worry. Here. I've been through many different appearances in my life. I've looked through a lot of different things. I've looked like a lot of different things, and at one point I looked like this. Observe. Screen capture. Yeah, I know. You see it, Omelet? Yeah, I told you. Caveman a woo. You don't have to pin that. It's okay. I'm not streaming for that much longer today. I gotta because I'm going to, what's it called? I'm going to sign the lease on the house today. There it is. Whoa. Look, it's me. Yeah, what's up? Sorry, Tim, you asked a genuine question. Yeah, what's up? Sorry. Can I ask for some advice? I've been trying to find my main class for a long time. I keep switching, can't make up your mind. Any tips on how I can stick to one? No, Tim, you're fine. I missed your comment earlier. Now, listen, if you want to try to find a class in WoW, this is the thing you have to understand. Fun is the most important thing. But sometimes getting to play the game is fun. So occasionally the right idea is to actually just play the meta spec. Genuinely, the right idea is to play the meta spec. Yeah, that's me, by the way. That's me during COVID. Look at the hair. Unbelievable. I look like I should be singing Yellow Submarine. Is interesting. So first of all, I can grow a beard. For all of the doubters, all right, yeah, the hair is wild, isn't it? That's amazing. Let's zoom in here. That's me. Yup. By the way, I am 5 years younger in this photo. No. Look. I'm 5 years younger in this photo than I am right now. I am currently 5 years older than this. I told you, I used to look a lot more like a World of Warcraft player. You should see me when I was a kid. Did you know what I looked like when I was a kid? You guys have never seen these photos, huh? People see you today. People just assume that they see you today, but it's like people change, you know what I mean? Hold up. Yeah, this is what I looked like as a kid, dude. Hold up. Wait, hold on. Let me find a photo. Yeah, this is just like me as a kid. I just look like this all the time. This was me as a kid. I was always like I was a bigger child. I was like 11 in this photo. I was right before my wrist injury happened. I still had my bracelets on. So this is like 10 or 11 years old. This is me as a kid. I was not the healthiest person. I had to work for this. Yeah, crazy mane of hair. Yeah, this is back in the day. This is me as like every photo of me. Like this is me. Look, some people were blessed with genetics and some people were not. This is the child that had the problem with France. Exactly. This is the child that could not appreciate France because when this child, okay, this is the child that went to France for 8 hours and they gave me a fucking cardboard Belgian waffle instead of the crepe that I so desperately desired. And that is why I have a dispassionate dislike for that country. Specifically because you can't mess up food for this child. That is correct. That is correct. Yep. I've been through many looks in my life. Like way back in the day and stuff. All right, let me turn window capture off before I accidentally leak DMs. I'm going to go over to, I'm going to go over to Soap's DM and be like, whoops. You look the same as a kid. Yeah, I also, when I was very young, I had blonde hair, right? You were unlucky on that one? Yeah, it was unfortunate. Whoops. 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 You need a France redemption arc? Much more tame than the instant. That's true. It could be worse, Soap. It could be. I could accidentally link the Instagram DMs. That's true. It's true. Yeah. I thought this was hilarious. Earlier today, I went to say hi to one of my streamer friends, Katz, and Katsuri, and she was playing Halo. She was playing Halo. And I was like, oh my God, that's such a nostalgic game. But then I couldn't resist. I thought of a joke and I couldn't resist it because she was like playing Halo, right? And I was like, I can't play this game anymore. And she said, why can't you play Halo anymore? And I said, because I lost mine a long time ago. I laughed at too many Instagram reels. I thought it was funny. I had white blonde hair and was chonky. Now it's dark hair and not chonky. It is weird how that happens. I don't know. The human body is kind of infinitely transformational. It's awesome. Hi, Naya. No, it's not a miss. Why you say miss? It's a good joke. It's a good. Just because you don't find it funny and everyone else doesn't find it funny doesn't mean that it's not a good joke. It just means that some people have no sense of humor and no class. Just because you're an uncultured swine doesn't mean that I have to be an uncultured swine. Oh, sorry, that was direct. That was my bad. That was probably taking it too far. So there's a level here, right? This is where we should be. And then what I accidentally did is I went here. And that was a mistake. You like armpits too? That's nice. You're welcome here, Heis. Also, once again, sorry, here, and then I just probably have to keep it here. This is listen. So communication is supposed to be like this, but oftentimes when I communicate with people, it's like this, and there's just a bit of a mishap, a bit of a miscommunication, a little bit. It happens. I feel like armpits are an underappreciated part of the human body. And this is how I know it's time for me to get a snack. I'll be right back. I'll chat for a little longer. You appreciate? A man of culture. Or a person of culture. 2025. Okay, I got a snack. I'm back. No, I won't call people uncultured swines because that's rude. Heelful, I don't like to call people that because it's rude to say so. I'm a nice person. I'm not a rude person like that. Okay, so I don't really have time to do more keys, but I'll hang out for a bit. I heard some disturbing things yesterday, 2 days ago. Would you like to know what I heard? Number one, some people's favorite ice cream is called fish food. That's weird. That's one of the weird things. Number two, some people's favorite ice cream is tar flavored. That's also weird, but apparently that's a good thing. Okay. Number three, some people's favorite ice cream is other things that I've never heard of. And the disturbing thing that I realized is apparently I just don't understand ice cream well enough. I feel like I need to take my ice cream knowledge to the next level. I'm ready. I want to try some new ice creams. Part of what I'll do, I want to try. Fish food is great. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, man. And now imagine that you don't like ice cream. Do you not like ice cream at all, Otis? Yeah, see, everybody's saying fish food is bomb. Fish food smells, with respect, like, I don't exactly know what a sewer smells like, but basically like that. You ever had an aquarium before? And you ever had to feed the fish? It don't smell good, man. Actually, that's true. I did take Kitty out. What's a fish food? It smells like an armpit. No, hold up. You can't do armpits dirty like that. Look. That smells nothing like this. Zero semblance whatsoever. Hold up. Completely different experience, King. Completely different. This smells nothing like Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Never was into that, but show me cake or chocolate and you win my heart. Fair enough. Does an armpit smell like IO gains? No. It smells like the opposite of IO gains because I got into 0 IO keys today. So, no. I made the mistake today of showering this morning. Because I showered this morning, I was not sweaty enough to do the keys that would have actually gained me IO. My problem was I did not understand that in order to gain IO, you have to be sweaty, right? Everybody knows this. What's the secret to gaining IO in World of Warcraft? Being a sweaty player. That's correct. I made a criminal error this morning. I made a criminal error this morning. I accidentally showered on purpose, and therefore I smell way too clean to get into IO keys, and therefore I was not invited. If I was sweatier and if that was overpowering, I probably would have gotten accepted into the 18 Ecodome. We would have timed it. I would have got IO. But unfortunately, I showered. And I put on deodorant. It was my mistake. See, like, that's a clip. Like, that right there. Like, somebody clip that. This is the type of thing. If I made this is the type of thing. Like, you know, I should lose IO. It's true. If I could lose IO, I'd lose IO for that today. This is how do I clip my own stream? God damn it! Clip that. Bet. I'm gonna try to clip. Wait, did it clip? That's it. How do I clip my? I need a stream deck or something. How do I do this? You get IO and you have to really pee. That's true. Sometimes you're like sitting there and you're like, well, I hope we time this key. I hope we time the key. You're like squirming around. It could be like that sometimes. Yep. Tomorrow, what does the cup say? Oh, sorry. This is a Star Wars cup. I've had this mug for like a long time. Just Star Wars. Welcome to the dark side. Yeah. See? Star Wars. It's protein powder and milk with a little bit of sugar for more carbs. Whole milk, about like 500. This is a big mug, so like 500 milliliters of whole milk. A little bit of sugar, protein powder for gains, because I need to eat more to get muscles. Bye-bye. Tomorrow I'll get on. Maybe we'll do some IO keys tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just, honestly, maybe we'll just chill and have some fun. Isn't it better with water? I mean, so for me, I need calories, right? Like, depends on the, like, if you just want protein with no extra calories, sure. But I like whole milk and it tastes better like that for me. I have to drink more. I need more, not less. Do I have a schedule for what? Keys? For Twitch? Yeah. Yeah, I get on basically between 12 and 12:30 my time is the goal. Sometimes I'm a little late, never early. Sometimes I'm a little late. Early is never because I have like work and stuff to do in the morning, so I'm never on in the morning. So yeah, it's between about 4 hours before this, three and a half hours before this right now. Yeah. Basically between 12 and 12:30. I do ping the Discord once. I try not to ever ping people in Discord because I find that to be annoying. But yeah, that is exactly right. I try to get on at the same time every day. In general, it works. Oh, guys, I'm nervous. I'm going to sign the contract for that house. A little nerve-wracking, but exciting. You know? Kiawu, hey, Sunisi. Another time, I'd be happy to do some keys with you. Another time, I would love to. I've been a little bit behind, I would say. Slightly behind. And by slightly, I mean significantly. That's okay. I fell behind the curve instead of ahead of the curve, which is unfortunate. That is okay. I'll catch up whenever. Or, Sunisi, or I'll play Fellowship. Now, I gotta go soon because I'm going to go sign the contract for a house that I'm moving into in 1 month. Exactly 1 month from now, basically. 1 month and 2 days, I move into a new house. And to clarify, I'm sorry once again. Not buying the house, renting a house. No, sorry. Everybody says house like you have to buy. You can rent a house in Thailand. It's not expensive. Like it is. No, renting a house. My savings account says you can't buy a house. On one hand, it's appealing. On the other hand, my savings account clearly says, no, don't do that. So, okay. You know, like what savings account? Right? No, I wouldn't have enough money to buy a house anyways. That seems like that. I never understood how somebody could have enough capital to just do that. That seems like a wild thought. Like my brain can't comprehend the literal physical number that would need to exist to do that. Do you know what I mean? Show my serratus anterior. All right, do you know what that is? Does anybody actually understand my stream title today? It's fucking funny. It's literally like it's a PT joke, but no one understands it, and I find that to be almost sad. So normal to do business on a Sunday there? Yeah, fairly. Thai people work really hard, but they're just very joyful about it. All right. Massage therapist here. Fantastic. So I have been lazy recently, and I haven't been taking care of myself. Well, now what? Lee, do you know what a serratus anterior is? You know where it is? So basically, here's my problem. Okay. I have been lazy. I have not been taking care of myself. I have a joint condition. Almost never read titles, no problem. So I got EDS. I got a connective tissue disorder. All my joints go like... And what a lot of people don't understand... No, so listen, a lot of people don't understand that a fair portion of why people have so much tension in their neck like this is like really like ow, like I've just got this nagging pain. I'm sitting here, I'm just like, oh, man, just trying to like this. Yeah, Ehlers-Danlos, correct. It's under your pecs, kind of. But basically what it does, there's a small muscle, it's like here, your shark fin muscle if you're a bodybuilder and it's that pronounced, which it very rarely is. And it does scapular protraction, so it brings your scapula around like this. There is a giant shoulder bone back here, it's called your scapula, and it is supposed to glide across your rib cage. It's supposed to glide. It is supposed to elevate and come back down and go like this. But what happens is oftentimes with people, is that shoulder blade, that scapula, gets stuck. And when that happens, your shoulder kind of looks like this. Now, we assume that it's the shoulder, but it's not the shoulder. It's the shoulder blade back here. And so let's see if I can get this thing to like stick out, bro. Kind of. You see that little thing? That's not really. It's kind of hard for me to get it like perfectly stuck out. But effectively, I've had my shoulders been a bit uncomfortable, and then I was like, oh, let me just test it real fast. And I was like, oh fuck, I have next to no external rotation, and the reason is because this shoulder blade is not rotating unless I'm biasing it with the rest of my body. So I have to actually do the proper physical therapy and just add it back in and just do the work, because it'll kick it back in. But this serratus here, if I can get it to activate, it's not a visual muscle. It's not a muscle that you can see working, because you'll focus on the arm, but what I'm actually trying to get is where my fingers are right now. So my fingers are right there, effectively. And this, among other things, will significantly help my shoulder pain. I'm not gonna, yeah, well, I'm just chatting. And I'm already making quite a bit of progress just doing this for about 2 days. I saw, 2 of my friends that I saw yesterday are like the smartest PTs I think I've ever met in my life. I've met a bunch, but they're very good. And he literally looked at me and he was like, not taking care of yourself, are you? And I was like, fine, no, I'm not. And he knew. He literally looked at me. He was like, no. And I was like, fine, you're right. I know. That's already much better. Hey, Captain of Shaman, I have a question for you. How do you know what EDS is? Nobody knows what EDS is. Lee, I don't have time to do more keys. I'm just hanging out now. Get that abduction? Crim. I know some people are into that. Personally, not me. But I hope you do. I'm not gonna lie, that was epically funny if you understood it. I have no idea. It's like a thing. I feel like people have thought that for a long time, but certainly in the last few years, there's been a group of people who have been a lot more into a specific place in Germany. I'm sorry, Sweden. That's my bad. I don't know geography. My bad. A certain place in Sweden. Lee, can I honestly tell you? So, Lee, when I had whose geology knowledge is not good, man. What about Sweden? It was a funny joke. Because a place, because, yeah. Hey, there you go, Krim. I'm glad people keep up. Yeah. Exactly. I thought that was, I actually didn't know where that was for a second. I'm sorry. Lee, like, exactly. So, Krim. So you understand. Are you telling me that you understand the life? It seems, Krim, that you might have a TikTok. Or a master's in psychology. Hi, Teddy. Listen, so, Lee, when I'm just the master. Some people, that's good because you need both, right? Lee. No, we got it, Teddy. Don't worry, Teddy. I understood. A flex redeem. I bet. We've been eating a lot. I've been getting well fed. I've been well fed recently. Lee, the thing is that when I was sick and I had to take like 7 to 10 days, I took like a lot of days off stream this month, man. When I took like 10 days off stream, I missed it, and I don't have time to do like I gotta go in a minute, but I just really I miss being able to say hi to people. I miss being able to hop on and hang out. So sometimes maybe I don't know, like I just even today is like a shorter stream, right? Like I can't stay too much longer. I got to go get ready to go sign the contract at the house, but I just want to be able to hop on and hang out with people, and if anybody ever wants to just come say hi and listen to some really bad jokes, I'm here. It might not always be keys though. I gained an appreciation, you know? Yeah, new house today. I'm literally going to sign the contract today. And say hi to you. Thank you, Krim. I appreciate it. I hope you get some rest, Krim. Peaceful rest. Uninterrupted. Daedalus. Renting, not buying, to clarify. Again. I feel like I need to clarify that like a ton. Okay. I'll help you move. Soap, I would fucking great. You're a strong dude. Thank you, Soap. I'll see you in a month. Let me know when you arrive. No, that sounds great. Excellent. Fantastic. All right. We'll catch up on keys tomorrow. For now, I see somebody on who's not normally on at this time. And let's go say hi to Meeks. Meeks is around. Thanks for hanging out today. See you tomorrow. Bye. Discord's there if you want to update. I don't think I'll have time for a YouTube video tonight, so I'll post something on Instagram at some point. All right, cheers. Bye, Onos. Have a fantastic day, Onos, and enjoy your hike if you're going on a hike. All right, bye. Mix. I mix. Nice. All right, good night, guys.